healthy life.
13 Days of Halloween, Devil's Night.
Do not leave your house. Do not answer the door. If you hear a bump in the night, do not go investigate.
Season 3 of the horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
Ah! Oh my God, he's gonna get left behind. He's gonna spend the night out here.
Starring Carter Rockwood.
Are you kidding me? You know what night it is?
And Clancy Brown.
There are things in the night that would love to get their bony hands on a boy like you.
Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wilton Simpson is a farmer who cares for family, friends, neighbors, and community. Because that's what farmers do. Now Wilton Simpson is running for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Because he cares. Wilton always stands up for those in need, like the CARES Center for seniors and the PACE Center for girls. That's why Wilton Simpson led the charge to reform our foster care system, so every child has a loving home and a bright future. Simpson led efforts to pass historic teacher pay raises, expand school choice, and secure billions of dollars for Everglades restoration. The causes are different. The reasons are the same. Wilton Simpson cares, because that's what farmers do. Wilton Simpson for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Here's traffic on Real Radio. This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Good morning. Road rangers are dealing with an accident now southbound on the Turnpike after Atlantic Boulevard. Things now pushed off to the right shoulder there. In Loxahatchee, watch for a wreck on Seminole Pratt Whitney Road at 60th Street North. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
It takes several sources of energy to bring you energy. There's natural gas, nuclear, solar, and another source that's, well, pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Enter the nationwide keyword credit at realradio921.com. That's credit. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Hello, Pumpkin.
Hello, Pumpkin.
It's a big day for us today.
What do you want to do today?
You want to smash some pumpkins?
Nah.
Why not?
It's National Pumpkin Day.
Pumpkins everywhere.
You love pumpkin pie?
Pumpkins would be great.
It's like a pregame celebration for Halloween. It's National Pumpkin Day.
Ready, Pumpkin? Showtime.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse. The Penthouse.
Yes.
Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day and enjoying this nice, brisk weather. Maybe it makes you feel like it's Halloween this weekend. A lot of parties. We got a chance for you to go to Rapids this weekend, which is going to be very cool. That's at 11:45. Also, you got 13 chances a day to win $1,000 in a Red Zone revenue. Don't forget about that. That's a big thing. And a lot going on in the Penthouse on a Wednesday as we kick it off. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Miss Francis.
Hello, good morning.
Anybody who was stuck on 95 yesterday for hours, I feel bad for. A lot of my friends were people. I know there was a bad accident, so, man, it was just crazy. I know it put everything to a stop on both sides the whole afternoon. So if you were in that yesterday, that mess, I do feel bad for you.
That was an overturned tanker, correct?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
With a fire, I believe.
Yep.
I hope nobody got hurt. I didn't see much other than the headlines on it, but I'm praying that nobody got hurt.
I did read that it sent 5 people to the hospital.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the traffic was just, unbelievable.
That was like Delray area, right? Is that the one you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, I believe so. But, it held everything up, and where 95 was just shut down on both sides for a long time. And it happened to me once years ago. And when it happens, it is just not cool. So if you were on that yesterday, I do apologize for you. Like Jimmy said, hopefully nobody really got injured. And the big thing is today when you get on there, you're probably like, oh, man, that's why you got to listen to traffic reports. A lot of people. And some people do, some people don't. I had to wait for my buddy like 2.5 hours yesterday. I had to meet him, and he just kept calling me saying, I'm late. And you try to go different ways, and no matter which way you go, there's traffic. And there was traffic at 6 o'clock at night in Boca. Like, the streets were just packed unbelievably. But, yeah, hopefully everything's okay. And this morning you guys got back to work, and everything was cool. It is Halloween weekend, which is going to be parties Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, of course, Monday is Halloween. So if you don't know your costume yet, you got to get ready. You got to get ready. You got to get it picked. I got to get my Elvis costume.
You do.
Yeah.
I told you I'd help you out with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
You were the best. And, so if you don't know what you're going to be for Halloween, you got to get your stuff together.
By the way, I did see pictures of Jimmy, you and your beautiful wife for Halloween. I loved it as Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Yeah, we had fun.
Very cute.
We exchanged body parts, too.
Oh, did you?
I'll tell you later about some of the other stuff.
Okay, all right. Can't wait.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
I do have a Halloween party tonight. I have to go to Strike Cigar Lounge.
What are you going to dress up as?
I don't know.
Because Amazon doesn't work that quickly.
No, I know. I thought the party was Friday, but I found out last night it's Wednesday. So I don't know. I got to figure something out.
Should have said something. I'm sure. Well, he's a very tall guy. We have a bunch of stuff from Halloween's before. Like Matt has one of those. What do you call like the jumper things for pilots? For like a Top Gun costume kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we have a few things.
Yeah.
Just a jumpsuit.
A jumpsuit, thank you.
You could use that for that, or if you, unless it has some sort of pilot insignia on it.
I think it does, yeah.
It does? Okay.
I believe so.
Maybe you can cover that up. You can do, was it Jason's the one that does that?
Oh, yeah.
Right, with the mask.
You think he wants to cover his face up?
Well, true. All right, enough said. Sorry. What was I thinking?
I know.
Good Lord.
I might have to. I don't think it's something to be.
You've got scrubs. Why don't you just make it easy and be a doctor and just get one of those? Well, again, covering your face. I was going to say get a surgical mask, but I know you don't want to cover your face.
No, maybe.
Just have it around your neck
there
or
you
something.
go. Yeah.
Stethoscope.
Yeah.
Something easy breezy.
Bring a thermometer. Get
Perfect.
ready. Put it in my arm. Be like, all right, anybody want me to check their temperature?
Bend over. Like a stethoscope or anything like that?
I'll have to look.
I bet you could go to a costume store and find some stuff.
Yeah. Maybe after the Greek song today. You don't want to go to a Halloween costume party and not be anybody.
Yeah, you got to dress up. It's a costume party.
Yeah, I got to do something at Strike. If you guys are in the area tonight, you want to stop by Strikes, definitely stop by. I know Monroe's is having parties all weekend, and Cash is on the line. They're having parties, I know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
So whatever you guys got planned, and let us know. Maybe you got a great costume that I could copy. We won't be the same place. Yeah, we won't be the same place. You got a chance, don't forget, to win $1,000 13 times a day. You can buy a lot of turkey with that because they said turkey's going to be expensive this year. So you can definitely buy some turkey with that. And you got a chance to win Rapids Water Park tickets at 11:45. It is the Penthouse on a Wednesday. We're going to get back. We're going to talk about Snoop Dogg, a lot of things for Halloween. We're going to keep it moving, always free in the Penthouse. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
This week, I paid a visit to my favorite place because I know when I leave, I'm going to be all set up to feeling and looking fabulous. Hey, this is Franny, and that place is Begin a New Med Spa. It was that time to get Botox from the best in the biz. Nicole, one of their nurse practitioners, her technique and the results I get from her are flawless. I'm telling you, you are in incredible hands. And it was time for me to re-up on my peptides. These peptides are magic. With healthy eating and working out, I was getting good results, but putting peptides into my regimen made my results great. I feel so much stronger. I have more muscle definition, and my body has noticeably leaned out. If you want to look and feel your best at any age, just like I do, go to beginnanewnewmed.com. Not only can you check out all of their services, like testosterone replacement therapy, IV therapy, ED treatments, and all their weight loss programs, just to name a few, but that's where you can book your consultation today. That's beginnanewnewmed.com, beginnanewnewmed.com.
Thinking about buying a home? If you need a mortgage, listen up. It's not just about finding the right house or signing a contract. If you can't get through the closing, then it's all for nothing. Mike Rao, the mortgage guy with the mortgage firm, has been so successful helping so many families for years, he's the mortgage professional you can trust. Mike Rao with the mortgage firm, NMLS 189233, Florida license MLD 78. Equal housing lender. Call 888-973-7828 or go to floridatalkrealestate.com. Your one-stop real estate shop.
When you get a call from a top NBA player who was injured in a car crash by a drunk driver and faces a career-ending injury, you know you must bring your A game. And you also feel grateful that your reputation as the world's largest injury firm with hundreds and hundreds of verdicts and billions in recoveries for our clients has been recognized. Results matter, reputation matters, choices matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com.
At Rack Electric, our slogan is, we've got the power. And we really do. Volume buying power allows us to stock hundreds of Generac whole house generators and pass the savings on to you. It's going to be a very active hurricane season, so get the power at rackelectric.com.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
International Diamond Center's incredible semi-annual store-wide sale is coming November 4th, 5th, and 6th. A 3-day, $60 million event. Extra savings store-wide. Plus 36 months zero-interest financing. Get that $2,000 Diamond Eternity Band and pay just $56 a month. Getting engaged, upgrading your diamond, looking for that perfect gift? You can't miss this. Best prices on all rings, earrings, bands, bracelets, fashion jewelry, even GIA-certified diamonds. Plus zero-interest financing. November 4th, 5th, and 6th at International Diamond Center in Port St. Lucie on approved credit.
On Season 4 of the Piketon Massacre podcast, the investigation into one of Ohio's worst crimes continues. Join the KT Studios team as they examine the forensics and the ties that bind the victims and the accused. What will the trials mean for Pike County?
Let's talk about the crime scenes.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
This is legitimately the biggest murder trial in the state of Ohio's history.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek for 818 Tequila. 818 Tequila works closely with local family-owned farms in Jalisco, Mexico to bring you the smoothest, most natural, and best-tasting tequila possible. Experience award-winning tequila handcrafted for family and friends to enjoy. Visit drink818.com to find 818 Tequila near you. 818 Tequila. Skip the burn, taste the smooth. Please drink responsibly. 818 Tequila, imported by 818 Spirits, Manhasset, New York. 40% alcohol by volume.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. Tired of the news about how everything is costing more?
Everything is stubbornly high.
Us too. That's why we made the iHeartRadio app absolutely free. When you download the free iHeartRadio app, you have radio stations you love at your fingertips whenever you want, wherever you want, along with millions of podcasts from the news you crave to the true crime series you can't resist. Playlists to fit any mood or
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Big chances for you today. $1,000, 13 times a day. Red Zone revenue, 1145 Rapids tickets. And if you like hearing us, you like looking at us maybe a little bit more, maybe less, who knows. But you can see Jimmy, Franny, and that other guy. Go to our website. Go to Real TV, and you will see us in studio, and that's always sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning, Miss Francis.
Hello, good morning.
Jimmy's got a list of some things that we, if we're honest, we might have used over the years of maybe to try to get out of some things or maybe to excuse ourselves from things that we didn't want to go to.
Well, everybody lies from one reason or another from time to time. We all have to. From little white lies, of course, to, maybe keep from hurting somebody's feelings or get out of trouble. A list was made up of some of the more common ones. Thought I'd share them, and then I thought maybe we don't put it out there to you can tell us what lies you have used to get out of trouble, or maybe, you had to tell a little white lie just to make somebody feel better. Some of the more common ones, obviously, that we use are, you just simply forgot. Oh, I forgot something, when really you didn't. But it's just a way to get out of whatever it is, the predicament you're in. I'll do it tomorrow. Of course, the procrastinator. You're not going to do it tomorrow. You're not going to do it the next day. You're probably not going to do it a week from now. But you just say that, I'll take care of that tomorrow, honey. How about I'm listening? That's one. A lot of people, your mind wanders, but I'm listening. You don't want to make somebody feel bad. I'm busy, or nice to see you. How many times have you done that? Hey, good to see you, pal.
When it's really not good to see you.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. I mean, it's just it happens. You run into people. You just it's nice to see you. It's also that's also just a greeting, a natural greeting. I think that a lot of people use too. So I mean, is it a lie? Not necessarily a lie, but just a form of gratuitous reaching out. I haven't got any change, or I haven't got any money. I don't know if you guys do it all the time, every time you roll up to these intersections around here with homeless people, but I just keep the window rolled up. If you don't, ain't got any money on me,
But these days it's for real, because who carries cash on them anymore?
Well, that's true too. There is a part of that is where it's more of a real thing.
Lately, but I've actually heard some people tell me that some panhandlers now have Venmo or I have. And they'll tell them, they'll be like, oh, well, I have and we're like, are you kidding me?
I got Venmo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thank you.
Another one that goes right along those lines, I got stuck in traffic. So, of course, the people that are chronically late, You know, what kind of excuses have you used? What kind of, I got stuck in traffic, or, my dog ate my homework. Come on, the old classic from when we were kids. What are some of the lies that you have told to get out of something? And what did you need to get out of? Those are always good, fun stories. 877-927-6969. Jimmy at realradio921.com is another way you can contact the show. How about this one? When you don't disclose, and I know Greek has done this a while ago, so come on, you got to tell us a good, juicy one. Not disclosing the actual price that you paid for something, or the fact that you did buy something.
Oh yeah. I mean, this whole thing.
Happened, right? Yeah.
To my husband, this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this forever. I just haven't worn it in a few years.
You haven't seen it on.
Yeah.
That's a classic, huh? Of course, the I'm not feeling well to get out of going to work, or going to maybe to a party or somebody.
I'll blame it on my husband sometimes. Like if I don't want to go somewhere, I'll blame it on him.
Oh, there you go.
It's such a pain, yeah.
It's a good one, yeah.
No, but I will. Like I'll blame him not feeling good if I don't want to. But I'll tell him ahead of time. I'll be like, all right, just so you know.
Yeah, somebody asked you.
Yep. Get the fake vomit out.
Yeah.
You might
I just saw
need
him on Clematis Street.
How about this one? I'm looking forward to seeing you. Well, Franny said that to me this morning.
How was your weekend? You really don't care?
Yeah, that's a common one, yeah. The meal was nice, or referencing somebody's cooking, just in general.
I've done that.
Put that together. I've got a headache, that goes along with not feeling well, I think. And
that's the one to not have sex, right? But
yeah,
I have
true.
a headache.
Yeah, usually. How about the email went to my junk folder? Because never got it, or claiming you never got it. How many times have you claimed you didn't get an email when you did, but you just either didn't read it or deleted it
or
by
a phone
accident?
call, or phone call, or
Same thing,
voicemail.
Yeah. That's hard to use nowadays since it can be traced a little bit better. But those are out there. Yeah, tell us the white lies and why, or maybe a big lie and why. We'd love to hear those stories. 877-927-6969. Jimmy at realradio921.com. We've got that text line open, 47142. Just start off that text with Real Radio. That way it gets directed right to us. Franny can read those on the air. And, of course, we have our talkback feature. If you've got the latest iHeartRadio app on your phone, search for Real Radio 921 on there, and you'll see a little microphone in the middle of that screen. You can press that button and leave us a talkback. It's just like leaving a voicemail. It's real super easy.
Yeah, well, speaking of, we got a couple texts already, and besides Little White Lies You Tell, you can help because people are already trying to help us with suggestions for a costume because Greek has a Halloween party today, and he doesn't have a costume. By the way, I went on to my Amazon account to try to find him something. There are no Elvis costumes that will get to him on time. None. So I think we just waited a little too last minute because I was looking for an accessory for mine too yesterday, and it's just you won't get it until either they have it, but you won't get it until after Halloween.
Well, maybe I'll stop by one of the costume
Yeah,
places.
you might get lucky. You might get lucky if they have it. So we have for you already, Greek, lock arms with me, and you can go as my girlfriend for tonight's Halloween party. That's Ed. Do you know Ed the Mexican? No. I'm guessing he's going because if he's saying you can go with him tonight.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll see him there.
All right. So I guess, just lock arms with him. Maybe put a wig on. Franny, my suggestion for Greek's Halloween costume is go as a student gynecologist. There you go. And then we have costume idea for Greek. We have costume idea for Greek. Go as David Hasselhoff from Baywatch. Said you just need to get a red bathing suit, sunglasses, and a red floaty. Everyone gets to see your face, and you're shirtless. Talk about a bonus.
Wow. Thank you for the compliments.
There you go.
How about sometimes if I'm on the phone, I know somebody's going to ask me for something. I'll go, I got to quit right back. It's my boss.
Go into a tunnel.
Go into a tunnel.
That's a classic around here. We used to have to tell a lie to our one friend that was always late for parties, like a different start time, like a half hour or an hour start time early.
Yep.
And again, it was a lie, no doubt about it, but so he showed up at least close to being on time.
If you're in a store and somebody knows you're in a store and then you're in there and they're like, hey, while you're there, can you pick this up? I'm already in my car.
Yeah, I already left. Well, no, actually, your GPS says you're still
not.
there.
FaceTime me. You're like, oh, God, I can't.
FaceTime. Oh, boy. I'm glad I never got into that. I never had to worry about finding those lies.
I saw one of my friends one time. I think I told the story. He was in a casino. He was not supposed to be there. And his wife goes, where are you? And he ran off the table. He just left his money playing blackjack and ran out to the parking lot at Seminole Coconut Creek. Almost got hit by a car running so fast, trying to answer the phone. He wanted to be in a parking lot. Yeah, you got to watch FaceTime today. Somebody calls you on that, you're nailed. There goes your lie. So if you're lying any place about where you're going to be, if somebody does FaceTime, you got a problem. Yeah, let us know any of the good one-liners that you had lies to get you out of situations. Somebody wants to go out to dinner. You might be like, I already went out, and maybe you didn't go out to dinner already.
Tell your boss I left that presentation at home. Something simple like that, or or maybe you just didn't do it. Obviously, and that would be the reason why you told that lie.
You forgot to go to the bank. I can't give you the money that I owe you. Stuff like that. There's so many little ones that people do. But yeah, let us know.
I have a friend who's notorious for doing this. I'm almost there. there.
Yeah.
I left like 10 minutes ago, and then and they live like 5 minutes away, and it takes them an hour to be almost there.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an almost there friends. Yep.
Almost there.
Mm-hmm.
I just left. Little traffic. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Like Jimmy just said, you could also text us at Real Radio 47142 or email Jimmy at realradio921.com. We're going to come back with This Day in History and a trifecta and a little bit of Aaron Rodgers news about what he says they should do with some of his Packer teammates. It is the Penthouse on a great Wednesday. We'll be back. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Yeah, it might be fall, and some people are all about pumpkin spice and dead leaves. But we know all you care about is football season.
That's why Real Radio wants to hook you up with $1,000 in Red Zone revenue.
Go to an away game, buy some new jerseys, or gamble it all away.
I like this kind of party!
We don't care what you do with it.
We've got 13 shots per day to score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Coming up at 5 past the hour. Listen for the keyword, then enter it at realradio921.com, and you could score $1,000.
Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio.
Brought to you by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. If you're not shopping at Glass Chamber, can you really consider yourself a smoker? With the latest and greatest in the industry and amazing weekly specials, why wouldn't you? Now with 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Jackie Robinson was perhaps the only man with the will and courage to integrate the majors, and as the first man, didn't fail. Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Imagine the Palm Beach's best restaurants all in one place. Imagine savoring unlimited samples paired with the best wines around. Imagine no more. Tastings Food, Wine, and Craft Beer event is back Saturday, November 12th at Tanger Outlets. Unlimited samples, fine wine, craft beers, and live entertainment. Get advance tickets for just $25. VIP experiences available too. Visit pbtastings.com. Tastings, sponsored by Brayman Motor Cars, Humana, Florida A&M University's Mary, and presented by Dr. G's Urgent Care. The best urgent care in South Florida.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strike Cigar Lounge.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Mary on Demand is live. FAMU's Mary is the only program mandated by the state to educate and engage with Florida's diverse populations on medical marijuana and the consequences of illegal marijuana use. Learn more with Mary on Demand and start your marijuana education journey today. Take the self-guided education series at your own pace. You decide what you'd like to learn and when. Find answers to all of your marijuana questions with Mary on Demand. Visit mary.famu.edu to learn more. That's mmeri.famu.edu. Mary, educate, learn, talk.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 29th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet, security, and voice for just $40 per month for 12 months when you add mobile. Plus, get free installation and ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Ends 11/6/2022. Restrictions apply. Requires Eagle Bill and autopay. New Comcast Business 250 megabit per second internet. Security Edge and one voice line customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and other fees and subject to change. Must add mobile 90 days from internet install and keep all services for mobile discount. Comcast Business Mobile utilizes the network with the most RootMetrics 5G data reliability wins in 1H 2022. Results may vary. Award is not an endorsement.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at Audible.com.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Good morning. We've got some good news in Palm Beach Gardens where that earlier crash is now clear. North Lake Boulevard, west of Military Trail. But road rangers are still dealing with an accident on the turnpike. It's on the southbound side of the turnpike after Atlantic Boulevard. Things off to the right shoulder. Just some minor delays as you pass that scene now. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by the Ben Ferguson Podcast.
Coming up on the Ben Ferguson Podcast, Senator Grassley goes to war with the FBI, demanding they turn over voluminous evidence of crimes committed by Hunter Biden and his family, with direct links to his father. You want to know the rest? Download the Ben Ferguson Podcast now.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourselves. And don't forget, after us, it's the News Junkies, the Greek Zone, and then you have Lex and Terry. Maybe I'm wrong. Is there a coaching show tonight? Is it Wednesday tonight?
It is tonight, but it's actually, I believe tonight it got moved to 7 p.m.
Okay.
Let me take a quick look. Yes, it's at 7 p.m. tonight, not at 6 p.m. as originally it was scheduled. So we just found that out late yesterday. So if you want to listen to the Florida Coaches Show, that'll be tonight, 7 p.m. right here on Real Radio.
Thank you, Jimmy. And speaking of Jimmy, good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
And good morning to the lovely Francis.
Hello and good morning.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, the biggest question in New York is, are the Yankees going to sign Aaron Judge? That's what everybody's asking about. It's all over the papers. It's definitely social media and the radio stations. Everybody wants to know if Steinbrenner's going to do. Judge had his best year ever, and then obviously he did bad in the playoffs, but people are asking, will the Yankees fork up the cash? I think they will. I can't see them letting him go, but if they do, he's probably going to end up in Boston or with the Dodgers. And maybe even the Red Sox. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. That's going to happen. Speaking of baseball, World Series kicks off Friday night, and the Philadelphia Phillies take on the Astros. We're rooting for the Phillies. The Astros are the favorite. And remember, Mattress Mac has $10 million on the Astros at 7.5 to 1. So if the Astros win the World Series, this guy wins $75 million. He will definitely sleep better. Speaking of not sleeping better or not sleeping good, Tom Brady was on his podcast, and now there's some speculation, rumors. We don't know where these rumors start ever. Would Brady quit mid-season? Brady says, absolutely not. I am going through the whole season. We're a team. I love these guys. We have some problems, but we're going to get through it. And incidentally, Tampa is having a terrible year, 3-4, but they're in first place in their division, and that's all that matters. So if they win their division, they get to the playoffs, and then they get hot, you never know what's going to happen. The other team that everybody's surprised about is the Packers. And the Packers are not doing well, and they have a tough game. They got Jimmy's Buffalo Bills Sunday night, and the world is going to bet Buffalo. Aaron Rodgers said, some of the Packer teammates, if they're not playing well, you got to bench these guys. That's it, on his podcast. I just think these guys on the podcast just keep coming out with crazy stuff. I have something we're going to talk about later about a former USC player who put something out on a podcast that I can't believe he said. And that is your Greek's Trifecta with this day in history coming at you.
On this day in history.
Well, today's time warp goes back to 247 years ago today. In 1775, King George III speaks before both houses of the British Parliament to discuss growing concern about the rebellion in America. Oh, those damn Americans, which he viewed as a traitorous action against himself and Great Britain. He began his speech by reading a proclamation of rebellion and urged Parliament to move quickly to end the revolt and bring order to the colonies. 197 years ago today, in 1825, the Erie Canal opens, connecting the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean via the Hudson River. Governor DeWitt Clinton of New York, the driving force behind the project, led the opening ceremonies and rowed the canal boat Seneca Chief from Buffalo to New York City. 141 years ago today, in 1881, Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday faced the Clanton Gang in the infamous shootout at the OK Corral. 73 years ago today, 1949, President Truman raised the minimum wage from 40 cents to 75 cents an hour. 54 years ago today, 1968, Rudy Giuliani married his first wife, Regina Peruggi. After 14 years of marital relations, it was annulled in 1982. Why? They discovered they were second cousins.
Wow. That's different.
I never heard that. I never heard that story.
I didn't either.
I figured with all the years that he's been in politics, that was something that might have been out there as sort of mainstream knowledge.
Yeah, you think one of his opponents would have came out with that.
Maybe they did. I just never noticed it. 38 years ago today, 1984, at Loma Linda University Medical Center, Dr. Leonard L. Bailey performs the first baboon-to-human heart transplant, replacing a 14-year-old infant girl's defective heart with the healthy, walnut-sized heart of a young baboon. After living longer than any other human recipient of an animal heart, Baby Faye's body made a concerted effort to reject the transplant, and unfortunately, she passed away November 15th after holding on for 20 days. Also 38 years ago today, The Terminator starring Arnold Schwarzenegger hit theaters.
I'll be back.
Well, you can credit this one for either yesterday or today because it went past midnight.
Okay.
But this is it, Greek. 36 years ago today, The Play. Red Sox first baseman Bill Buckner lets an easy ground ball dribble between his legs and roll down the right field line. The runner on third base had time to score, winning the game for the Mets, forcing Game 7, which in the final innings, the Mets also won. And people still blame Buckner for losing the championship.
That was sad.
32 years ago today, 1990, Washington, D.C. Mayor Marion Barry was sentenced to 6 months in prison and fined $5,000 for his conviction on crack charges. 25 years ago today, 1997, the Florida Marlins beat the Cleveland, at the time, Indians in Game 7 of the World Series. A lot of those were today just because it's that time of year for the World Series. I didn't list them all because we'd be here forever. 23 years ago today, 1990, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention released a study that said the number of Americans considered obese soared from 1 in 8 to nearly 1 in 5. That number now is more than 2 in 5. 22 years ago today, in 2000, the New York Yankees became the first team since the 70s to win 3 straight World Series titles, defeating the New York Mets in Game 5 of their Subway Series. It was the Yankees' 4th championship in 5 years. And finally, 19 years ago today, in 2003, Mia Tyler married Papa Roach drummer Dave Buckner on stage at an Aerosmith concert. Sadly, they split up 2 years later, and that's what happened on this wonderful day in our history.
Yeah, the Bill Buckner thing is sad because everybody blamed him. He passed away recently, and that was only Game 6. The Red Sox lost Game 7 the next night. Nobody ever even talked about that. So he got a bad rap, that guy. He ended up doing a lot of signings with Mookie Wilson at the end.
Now, I guess the one way you can blame him is had they won that game, they would have won a series, right?
Yes.
Because that would have been, the 4th win for them, right? So
yeah. But, I mean, he was not the only reason they lost.
I'm not defending blaming him. I'm not, because one play doesn't make a series, obviously, but that was the only thing that because that's what you keep hearing, right? Is that was Game 7, that was Game 7, that was Game 7. No, it wasn't, and that's and it's something that you brought up a couple times.
Yeah, and it was sad for him. I saw an interview how bad his life was at the end with people and stuff like that. How fans could be brutal, which we know that fans could be brutal. 877-927-6969. I think we have somebody on hold.
We have our buddy Mike from Green Acres checking in with us. Hey, Mike, how are you, bud?
Morning, Jimmy, Franny, Greek.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike. Welcome back. Hello, welcome back. I just want to let you know, I'm heading out to play the $700 million Powerball.
Oh, yeah, the drawing's today.
How much is it?
Over $700 million.
Oh, wow, we got to get him.
$700 million right now. I'm also going out to play my birthday numbers because I'm going to Lucky Shuck on Saturday to celebrate my birthday tomorrow.
Well, nice.
Happy birthday.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah, good luck and good health.
Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to go up to Lucky Shuck. I've been wanting to go up there for the longest time, and I go with my sister and her friend and have a good old afternoon lunch.
Well, sounds like a nice afternoon. It's a great place over there. Nice view and good food.
Yep, enjoy yourself, Hal.
Yeah, I'm going to sit outside and, hopefully it doesn't rain, hopefully. That's it. I just missed hearing you guys live. It's,
We were live Monday and yesterday.
Monday we're live.
Yesterday is my fault. I had a toothache.
Can't get anything past Mike. Can't get anything past him.
Add that to the lie list.
Again,
we're live.
Listen, according to the text message line, we were live.
Yeah, actually, I got a couple of talkbacks too. Thinking we were as well.
Well, Mike, happy birthday! If you hit the Powerball, please call us. Then we're friends.
Yeah. Then we're friends. I guess you're not friends before that.
Apparently, and it's Greek words, not
Can
mine.
I say something, Jimmy? Jimmy?
What's that?
Jimmy?
Yes.
I was listening to the podcast, and it was like on fast speed. Like the playback was on like I know Franny talks fast, but this was really fast.
Interesting. For the Penthouse or for Pillow Talk?
Penthouse. Yeah.
All right. I'll look into that. We've had a couple glitches lately, so we're trying to work through some bugs. But those things happen in the digital age. But I appreciate you letting us know so that we can know to go look at it and check it out. I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you.
Have a great day, brother.
Great day.
Enjoy your birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
So I got a couple texts in the text line, 47142. You got to start it off with Real Radio. People have more suggestions for Greek for his Halloween party today at Strike's Cigar Lounge. Somebody else is saying a doctor. Just get a doctor's jacket, a stethoscope is all you need. He can go around telling women, I'm not a doctor, but I'll take a look. And then somebody else, and I got to look this up because I can't visualize it, but they're like, for Halloween, G should call his boy Joe Coy and borrow that ridiculous outfit he wore in his last Netflix special. I don't remember what he wore in his last special.
I don't either.
I gotta go back and look at it, but according to this person, it's ridiculous. Yep. So also, we're talking about Halloween. Greek has always said something like Halloween is a great time to meet a lady. Just go knock on the door and trick or treat.
Yeah.
According to this list, you should not do this as an adult.
Okay.
These are Halloween antics you should avoid doing as an adult. That's not the first one on here, but it does say as an adult, you should not stand outside of somebody's window in costume. When you're a kid, you might think it's fun to don a Michael Myers mask and grab a knife and stand outside an unsuspecting suburban home. And yes, it can be fun to harmlessly creepy, especially if you know the family's a neighbor and they can look and say, oh, it's a little kid doing it.
Yeah.
But when you do it as an adult, you might get murdered. They said It's pretty much a crime. So don't do it as an adult. So that's one thing on here. The second thing on here, toilet papering your neighbor's house.
Not good.
They also put soaping windows. I've never heard of that. Do people soap windows?
Well, mischief night.
Yep, that was a big thing up north.
Yeah, soaping windows, huh?
Yeah, cars and houses.
Yeah. I never heard of soaping. TPing, yes. Yeah. But when you're a kid, Halloween is much about the trick as it is the treat. But whereas kids can usually get away with this kind of stuff, if you do it as an adult, it's actual vandalism.
Of course. You're destroying property.
And you'll probably get prosecuted. Yes. As a kid, you're just like, whatever. As an adult, a crime. Crashing Halloween parties with a 24-pack of Keystone. In high school and even college, it was more acceptable to crash random Halloween parties as long as you BYOB'd. These days, even if you bring a pack of Keystone with you, your arrival will only bump people out. It would be embarrassing for everyone involved. It takes a very special person to be considered a cool adult. And the chances are you're probably not if you're crashing a party.
Show up with a bottle of Blue Label, you'll let you in.
Oh, yeah.
They're just mad because it's Keystone Light.
Right.
Hi, Daddy.
There goes that sponsor.
I don't even know if I've ever had a Keystone.
No?
No, I don't think I have.
They're not much different than Coors Lights.
Got it.
They're not. They're Coors cheap version.
Like natural
less
light?
Less expensive version, I should say.
Got it.
And not really that bad. I haven't had one in a while, so I don't know if it's changed at all. But
yeah. Our cheap beer growing up as kids was Natural Light or Natty Ice is what we call it, with the ice version. Making out in haunted houses is number 4 on here. They said since Halloween parties was a bust, and they mean your presence there made everybody think you were a cop, you may be tempted to check out a haunted house. And they're talking about like if you show up as an adult to these, you have fond memories of being trapped inside of all these, Hall of Horrors with your special someone. As a kid, one of the few times you could go be alone in the dark with your sweetheart, despite the madness happening around you. But if you do it as an adult, your makeout sesh could be considered a crime, depending on which body parts are inadvertently exposed. So don't go making out as an adult in a haunted house.
Yeah, that's basically don't have sex in public.
And finally here, the one that G-Man always says is the best thing to do if you're single, trick-or-treating. We know it's kind of a buzzkill, but one of us needs to be the responsible one of the masses. It's a tough job, but with great power comes great responsibility, and we believe our responsibility to tell that trick-or-treating as a child is okay. As a teenager, it's also okay. But once you turn 18 and above, and you're allowed to get cigarettes, porn, uniform for the military, all those come at costs.
I hate answering the phone because I missed something important there. And I just come back, I put my headphones back on, and I hear porn.
Of course,
what did I miss, Franny? I'm sorry.
It wasn't that anymore. They said once you're 18, you should go trick-or-treating. They said once the time where you can buy cigarettes, you can watch porn. I mean, I know you can do that at a younger age, but purchase all that stuff. That's probably the time where you should definitely stop trick-or-treating. So as a grown-up, you can just go to the store and buy your own damn candy without having to worry about, whether or not your neighbors will find you being creepy as the adult going from door to door.
I don't know if you like somebody you think they're attractive, knock on their door and just go, hey, I don't have a costume on, but I think you're attractive. Trick or treat? No?
Yeah, I don't know about that move.
Go ahead, you try that, buddy.
yeah.
You let us know how it works.
You've talked about it for years. Have you tried it? Or is this just something you put out there?
I put out there. 877. Just trying to help society.
Do as I say, not as I do.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call. Jimmy, who do we have on hold?
We have Cindy on the line. Cindy, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hi, nice to talk to you. I just wanted to give a shout out. I went to Burton Max's last night.
Okay.
And I think it's Cherise.
Yes.
Is that how? Yep. I just want to say great. She's a great bartender, and I really enjoyed meeting her last night.
Oh, awesome.
That is so nice.
Yeah, she is
Give
great.
it a shout out to her, and I listen to you guys all the time, and I was talking to her about that, and she was a nice gal, and I enjoyed our time. My girlfriend and I were hanging out there, and we enjoyed it.
Oh, great.
That is great to hear.
Very nice. She's a sweetheart. She does a good job. And you know what? They love her at Burton Max's. I was with the GM yesterday, and he had great things to say about her. So I'm happy it all worked out.
Yeah, it was nice, and Monica's another girl there that's always there. That a bunch of my girlfriends and I would hang out there. So anyway, good place to go.
Cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, and happy Halloween.
Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, Cindy.
That was very nice. Make sure we get that audio. We'll send that to Buddha with a bill. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. I need a costume for tonight. If you guys want to give us a call or text us at Real Radio 47142, you can.
Somebody might even show up here with a costume. I mean, you know that we have solid people here. I needed those pads to make Savage pads last year.
Yeah.
And some football pads. And we had somebody bring us some youth football pads. So you just
That'd
put
be
out the
great.
bat signal.
Yeah, you
Anybody
never
have
know.
an Elvis costume?
Yeah.
He wants specifically the white jumpsuit is what Greek is looking for.
I'll go black or blue.
Oh, okay.
Tradition.
Yes.
Traditional
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
Because I found him one that they had for like kind of the younger Elvis with the blue coat and the black pants, and he was like, "Nobody will know who I am."
It didn't
I'm like,
look
with
different.
the wig,
But you need
people
the
will.
wig. Yeah, you need
with
the
the
wig.
wig, people will know who you are.
Yeah.
You think? I
Yeah.
don't know.
You could do just the wig and the glasses.
Absolutely.
And people would know.
Get
It's
some, like-
good enough.
get
I'm going to
some-
go to a costume store in Boca. There's one, like a party store, and maybe check this afternoon after the Greek song.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out. Maybe they got something left. Or maybe I'll go in our closet up front with Andrew, our promotions director. Maybe he has something.
You know, Elvis was always a popular costume, but since the movie came out and all this stuff, I bet you it's probably a bit more popular this year, and that's why I couldn't even find it online.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You know, it's been on, again, last month or two, it's been on HBO, so more and more people saw it. And probably checked it out and said, hey, that's a good costume to be.
Well, maybe you can hook up with our friend Vaughn and go with Snoop Dogg. He can hook you up with a blunt. Speaking of which, here's a question for you. How many blunts do you think Snoop Dogg smokes in a day?
Blunts. It's different than joints.
That's different than a joint?
Yeah, blunts are like cigars.
So, and let me ask you, because I don't know, is a blunt considered bigger than a joint?
Yeah, because blunts are like cigars. Joints are like cigarettes. Like that's it. Like compare it like that.
Okay, 24?
I'll go. Man, that's a lot. I'll go 17.
Higher.
Are you serious? I see what you did there.
I do. But it is actually true. Snoop Dogg lives in California, where recreational marijuana use is legal, and something that we talked about on the show, where he actually has somebody employed that rolls them for him on a full-time basis. She goes by the name of Renegade Piranha. Or Piranha? Piranha, yeah. Although I'm guessing that's not on her birth certificate.
You don't think Renegade Piranha is on her birth certificate?
Yeah,
No?
I'm just going out on a limb on there. Somebody want to join me? Renegade revealed on an Australian radio show called Kyle and Jackie O on Tuesday that she has rolled more than 450,000 joints for Snoop Dogg during that time. Quote, I do about a half a pound a day, which equals to 75 to 150 joints. Well, that's a heck of a gap. I mean, that's double. I mean, half the what?
Well, that's how many she rolls, but doesn't know if that's how many he smokes. I mean, he may share the wealth.
Yep. Kyle said he once spent time in California with Snoop, who told him he learned how to roll joints from the late hip-hop icon Tupac Shakur. He said, I'm going to teach you something Tupac taught me, and he showed me how to roll a blunt. So they keep interchanging that word. So I've always thought that they were different, too, because they in this article keep saying a blunt joint, different, as if it's the same thing. So I'm not so sure about that. But apparently they're saying it's about anywhere from 75 to 150 a day. Wow. that are available to him that are rolled. Now, even if you go on the low end of that and say 75,
that's awesome.
This is true too. You don't know if part of that's for his crew and everybody around, which I would guess it is. But then again, it depends on how often are people around, how much does he go around. I mean, the guy does movies, he has all kinds of business stuff. I mean, I can imagine he's usually partaking.
Yeah, and
when he can,
smokes
when he's
so
not
much,
inside,
he's probably almost immune to it. It's probably his
that's-
normal life. That is to me insane.
I was going to ask.
If he took down 75.
Is it like drinking? You
At the low
build the
age.
immune system. You know what I mean?
But alcohol still affects everybody different. They depending on your body weight and fat and food intake and all kinds of things. There are some factors that way, but alcohol is alcohol. It affects it. I don't know if it's the same for marijuana. I don't know. I don't know as much about marijuana. I would imagine it would. It would be sort of the same because doesn't it have your weight have something to do with it? I mean, as far as body fat and things like that.
I don't know, Jimmy. I don't think so.
I don't know if any of that and how it affects you. I don't know.
And how about the size of the joint? Maybe some are bigger than others, but maybe it's a professional.
Well, that
the
shouldn't.
same.
Yeah, that shouldn't matter.
Okay.
As far as how it affects you.
Yeah, I thought maybe it's a bigger joint. It would affect you. I don't know.
Maybe.
Well, if you smoke more,
the strain, what type it is, whether it's indica or sativa, will affect you in different ways. One is more an upper, the other one's more downer, relaxing. But I don't.
So different nowadays,
I don't know.
because there's so many different ways, and what they're made for, and the strains that are made for, as Franny just mentioned, and that's the part about it. That boy, I tell you, you got to have good experts out there, especially those in the medical and marijuana field that know this stuff. It's amazing.
Or like you said,
how
Vaughn
much is there.
Vaughn, if you're out there, give us a call. You're our expert. You'll let us know what's the good and the bad. That's a lot of marijuana in one day, though.
That is insane.
It is the Penthouse. We're going to come back with some Florida stories. First batch of the day. What do we got, Franny?
Yeah, we have a coworker that got really upset about, sometimes we talk about coworkers stealing your food and drink. This one went over the top with what they did with one of their coworkers. And then you can watch this video, realradio921.com. There is a lady who tried to move, and she found an alligator underneath her U-Haul. You can see what went down after she found it. Just call Florida Fish and Wildlife. That's what you should do initially if you ever find that. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff coming your way on your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Discover. Some banks can make it complicated to redeem credit card rewards. But with Discover, you can redeem your rewards for cash in any amount at any time. Talk about amazing. Learn more at discover.com/redeem rewards. Terms apply.
13 days of Halloween Devil's Night.
Do not leave your house. Do not answer the door. If you hear a bump in the night, do not go investigate.
Season 3 of the horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
Oh my God, he's gonna get left behind. He's gonna spend the night out here.
Starring Carter Rockwood.
Are you kidding me? You know what night it is?
And Clancy Brown.
There are things in the night that would love to get their bony hands on a boy like you.
Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football is back. Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Detroit. Great food and drink specials, including 225 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro games, real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lanes and Lounge, 929 14th Street in Vero Beach. See you there.
Trouble concentrating or recalling information is frustrating, embarrassing, and kills productivity. That's why Healthy Cell created Focus and Recall to boost your brain power. Unlike other supplements, Healthy Cell's Focus and Recall is not a pill. It's a gel you swallow with ultra absorption and science-backed ingredients to help you immediately sharpen focus, concentrate longer, and strengthen recall. Visit HealthyCell.com or use code RADIO for 20% off first order. Risk-free, love it, or your money back guaranteed. It's HealthyCell.com, code RADIO.
You know, there's nothing I hate more than dishonest business practices. So I built the company GiveMeTheVin.com around this slogan. We do what we say we're going to do when we say we're going to do it. We'll treat you with the respect that you deserve, and we pay too much for good cars. Show up at your house, check in hand, pay off your payoff. It's just that simple. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Hey, it's the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek Cigar 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Wilton Simpson is a farmer who cares for family, friends, neighbors, and community. Because that's what farmers do. Now Wilton Simpson is running for Florida's Agriculture Commissioner. Because he cares. Wilton always stands up for those in need, like the CARES Center for seniors and the PACE Center for girls. That's why Wilton Simpson led the charge to reform our foster care system, so every child has a loving home and a bright future. Simpson led efforts to pass historic teacher pay raises, expand school choice, and secure billions of dollars for Everglades restoration. The causes are different, the reasons are the same. Wilton Simpson cares, because that's what farmers do. Wilton Simpson for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Paid for by Wilton Simpson, Republican for Florida Commissioner of Agriculture.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Good morning. West Palm Beach Fire is responding to an accident on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard right now at Village Boulevard. In West Palm Beach, we're seeing a collision on 45th Street at North Military Trail, causing some delays. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic this morning. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Do you know the story behind one of the most recognizable American toys and smells? The Crayola Crayon? Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some red zone revenue. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. Hope you're having a good day. You just heard the keyword. It's coming at you 13 times a day for the Red Zone revenue. You can win $1,000 and do whatever you like with it. Maybe start Christmas shopping. Maybe buy a turkey. Or maybe get an Elvis costume. Whatever you want to do, $1,000 is going to help you. Or just put a smile on your face. But speaking of putting a smile on your face, he does it every day. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
And she has the same thing to do for you guys, too, every day. Francis, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Smile on your face.
Smile on your face.
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, this is a video you can find on realradio921.com. There was a woman, and she was trying to move out of her house, and when she did, she noticed, it was a bit of a surprise underneath the U-Haul that she had. It wasn't anything huge, but still scary. Big enough. There was a 4-foot alligator underneath her U-Haul truck in the carport. So at first, of course, she was a little freaked out because she didn't know what to do. And then she was like, oh, wait, my neighbor, he's a dog trainer. I don't know why you would automatically go, oh, dog trainer, he's got this.
Maybe
she was
help.
but that's the thing. He's the kind that I guess maybe helps like with police dogs and attack dogs. So he has the whole outfit, the gloves, the padding, the sweatshirt.
Oh.
Yeah.
So a trainer.
Yeah, he's a dog trainer. So she was like, all right, well, he may kind of know what he's doing. And so her neighbor went out there, and I guess it looked like he knew what he was doing, but the gator was a little too fast for him, and it just didn't go very well.
Uh-oh.
It became agitated and clamped down on the guy's arm.
Oh, scary.
Yeah. All the padding in the world couldn't help an alligator's jaws. It looked like somebody went and got a broomstick, another neighbor. They called 911, and they used a broomstick to help pry open the gator's mouth so he could get his arm out. She was like, it was pretty intense. The Florida Wildlife Commission confirms a man tried to remove the alligator himself, sustained injuries to his arm, but they did come and the Florida Wildlife Commission, and they did eventually relocate the alligator to a safer area. And they were just saying, listen, try not to do this yourself.
Yeah.
This is not if you're not a trapper for alligators or whatever it is.
Call the right
people. They urge people, yes, they have a toll-free hotline, whatever it is. Definitely call them because they are there to remove or relocate nuisance alligators and fix the problem. You just don't try to do it yourself. And this guy ended up learning the hard way. You can watch that video, realradio921.com on the Penthouse blog. And then we have a guy who got pulled over during a traffic stop, and cops found a lot of things on him, including stuff in his underwear. So this is the 4th time that Stephen Joel Horton has been arrested. And, the 4th time in 2022.
Oh, he's having a good year.
Yes, that he's been arrested. There was, they posted on, I love that cops now, like sheriff's office in different counties post on their Facebook about like these incidents. And so there was a deputy on patrol, and this is in the Palm Coast area, and they pulled him over. They ended up tracking down because he was going 55 and a 35 in a construction zone. Said he was changing lanes directly in front of an unmarked patrol car, forcing the deputy to brake to avoid crashing, hitting him. Well, during the traffic stop, the deputy noticed that the Nissan was rocking back and forth, as if someone was moving around rapidly inside the vehicle when it was stopped. It was just kind of shaking. He was like, what the hell's going on? Well, they walked up to the car. They found a large blade, they say sheath, tucked between the driver's seat and center console. They said Horton seemed very nervous when he was asked to step outside of the car. They said that they found a piece of burnt tinfoil consistent with drug use in the map pocket, as well as a larger butcher knife on the floorboard. Well, he was like, oh, that butcher knife, that's for cutting sod. And they were like, I don't know if I buy that. But during the search, they also felt a solid object near his groin area. So they did a little pat down.
Oh.
And that's where they found a metal tin with 3 clear small plastic bags, which were in his underwear. And one of them contained about 1 gram of meth. Another had residue traces of fentanyl. Search of the vehicle turned up more drug paraphernalia, including a red straw with burn ends, green tube containing white powder residue. The body cam footage shows the interaction between him and the officer, who are apparently familiar with one another. Because the deputy asks Horton, he goes, you again?
What's happening, brother?
You again? Yeah. So he was arrested and booked. at the Sheriff Perry Hall Inmate Detention Facility. You again. And then we have, man, listen, I understand. I get mad if somebody were to eat my food I brought here, my lunch, or drink my beverage. You shouldn't touch something that's not yours, but you shouldn't mess with people's food either.
No.
And this guy decided he was going to mess with somebody's food. Jerome Ellis, who works at the Dollar General in DeLand, was arrested on charges of food poisoning. It said poisoning food or water and tampering with evidence after video surveillance showed him pouring bleach in his coworker's can of Pepsi.
It's terrible.
Yep. They said him and the victim got into an argument the day before, and the victim told police that he believed Ellis was holding a grudge against him. Well, yeah, obviously, if he's pouring bleach in your Pepsi. So the man told deputies he placed a Pepsi he was drinking on a counter before going to the restroom. And when he came back, he took a drink from the can, and he was like, it tasted like cleaning supplies. They arrived to the store, and there was video surveillance, which you would think this guy knew if he worked at this place, that there's video here.
Yeah, they can see
and it shows him pouring bleach into the Pepsi can while the guy was in the bathroom. They said they watched him wipe off the can, walk away, and then came back and spit in the can, too.
Oh,
so
man.
bleach and spit.
Bleach wasn't enough.
I guess not.
That's lethal, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the potential to be. So I'm assuming he got charged with attempted murder.
Yeah, so the guy was like, oh, well, we did he said, we weren't in an argument. There was nothing going on. He said, I went behind the counter with cleaning solution, and some of it spilled in the general area, so it must have gotten in his drink.
And they got video.
But video footage showed him doing that. They also showed him trying to unplug the camera system. So he knew the camera was there before doing it. When confronted about the video footage, he told deputies that he put some cleaning solution around the brim of the drink to get back at him for being so difficult to work with. It doesn't say, Jimmy, what his charges were, but you would think attempted. But they said something about poisoning. It was
it a lethal? What could be a lethal amount? And I'm not asking you to answer me, but that would be the question. I mean, if he just put a little bit on the rim, it probably isn't enough to be lethal.
But yeah, it was
but
charges of poisoning food or water and tampering with evidence, I guess, is what they said.
Okay.
Yep. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. We do it twice a show, 11:05, 1:05. We're going to come back, and I'm going to tell you something about a football player who played for USC, and you'll be surprised what he said. And you want everybody to hear it. It is the Penthouse. Peace.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Mucinex DM. Not all coughs are the same. Buy Mucinex DM to get cough and chest congestion relief for 3 times longer than your typical 4-hour cough and chest congestion medicines. With Mucinex DM, it's not cold and flu season. It's always comeback season. Relief with Mucinex DM and nothing lasts longer. Among OTC cough and cold medicines used as directed.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Thinking about buying a home? If you need a mortgage, listen up. It's not just about finding the right house or signing a contract. If you can't get through the closing, then it's all for nothing. Mike Rao, the mortgage guy with the mortgage firm, has been so successful helping so many families for years, he's the mortgage professional you can trust. Mike Rao with the mortgage firm, NMLS 189233, Florida license MLD 78. Equal housing lender. Call 888-973-7828 or go to floridatalkrealestate.com. your one-stop real estate shop.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Hayes the Greek for 818 Tequila. 818 Tequila works closely with local family-owned farms in Jalisco, Mexico to bring you the smoothest, most natural, and best-tasting tequila possible. Experience award-winning tequila handcrafted for family and friends to enjoy. Visit drink818.com to find 818 Tequila near you. 818 Tequila. Skip the burn, taste the smooth. Please drink responsibly. 818 Tequila, imported by 818 Spirits, Manhasset, New York. 40% alcohol by volume.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Good morning. Looks like West Palm Beach Fire Rescue is responding to an accident on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard at Village Boulevard. And there is a collision that you're going to find now on 45th Street at North Military Trail. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. While gas prices continue to be expensive, the cost of taking a Brightline train is coming down, with fares now starting at $10 when you book at least 2 days before you ride. Dump the pump. Book today at GoBrightline.com.
Tired of the news about how everything is costing more?
Everything is stubbornly high.
Us too. That's why we made the iHeartRadio app absolutely free. When you download the free iHeartRadio app, you have radio stations all free. Download the free iHeartRadio app and discover music, radio, and podcasts you'll love.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, Greek, this is Granny. Yeah, the biggest lie you ever told me that the reason you don't wear condoms because you can't find one big enough to fit you. Well, you know that ain't true, honey. I still got that inner tube in the garage.
Greek, it's me, Barbara. Oh my God, you're a saint. I can't believe you took the whole day off yesterday to take care of me. Rubbing my bunions, getting me my cigarettes. Oh my God, you're really making it hard for me to say no to take it on to the next level. On your way home, can you stop by CVS and pick me up some Pepto-Bismol? Have a good day, my little pumpkin. Mwah.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I got to write that down. Pepto-Bismol.
Don't you forget. Don't forget Barbara's Pepto.
You guys are killing me.
Get her something for that cough, too, will you?
Maybe some cough medicine or something.
Boy.
Some cough drops. It is the Penthouse. You know, we always want to help you every single day. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
Good morning, Francis.
Hello, good morning.
Lendell White was a running back for USC. Great running back in college. Him and Reggie Bush were there during the championship years. He was on a podcast yesterday, and some of these things these guys say on podcasts blows my mind because they just don't think. And he talked about when he was in college, he had a fat apartment, didn't know who paid for it, drove a beautiful Lexus, And he said when he moved in his apartment, and this didn't happen to me, maybe Jimmy or Francis when they're in apartments, there was a duffel bag with $150,000.
Nope, didn't happen to me.
And he says, I just kept it. I'm thinking to myself, like, the IRS is probably going to call you today for $150,000.
Yeah, so he admitted to it.
Yeah, he said it was $150,000 in a duffel bag that he just kept. And he said, I kept it. And it was there when he moved in. And I think
was it like a gift to him? I was like, welcome to your new home.
It was a payoff. He goes, I don't know anything about name boosters, but when I was in college, I lived in a fat crib in downtown L.A., drove a beautiful Lexus, and he said there was a duffel bag with $150,000. And he said, I kept. So I'm sure it might be IRS might call him today and be like, hey, you can't do that. I think the most you can give a family member as a gift is $10,000. But it just, when people don't realize how much money these guys get on the side, especially these big players who really make a difference, you have no clue what they get. But yeah, $150,000 he said he got in his apartment. I was like, wow, I moved in a couple of years ago at my place. I didn't get a duffel bag.
No.
Did you?
No. Were you a running back for USC?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Might be the difference.
Yeah.
Might be. Just guessing.
But yeah, I
wonder what the statute of limitations is on that.
Right?
I know. I'm thinking the same thing. It was at least, I might have been 10 years ago. Maybe not. But I wonder if he does get a call from the IRS today. Or when he got off the podcast, somebody said, hey, man.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young cat. He's only 37.
He's 37?
Yeah, according to Wikipedia.
Yeah, so I think that's over 10 years because he was maybe 22, 21.
So I don't know. I mean, because that would be what, tax evasion if he didn't pay taxes on it?
Yeah, but just it's just what he says doesn't look good. And when he did the interview, he had a USC shirt on. Doesn't look good for the program. And they had a lot of problems during those years too. Reggie Bush, that was the year they took away Reggie Bush's Heisman Trophy because illegally. There was allegations that he was taking money and his family got a house. They took away one of their championships too. But again, a lot of these guys are all podcasts. And when they get out there, they just start feeling real free and relaxed. But you got to remember, people are going to hear it, and it's going to go all over the place.
I don't know how much they can legally do something with that or not. I mean, it's just like here. We're all actors. I mean, what every word that we say. I mean, there's plenty of things that have been said that were illegal on radio. I mean, how much of that can be taken to court? I don't know. It's always been kind of an interesting thing in our business, and it's no different in the podcast business. It's obviously booming right now. And you hear guys like that. They talk about doing something illegal from 10, 15, 20 years ago. Can they be legally liable for that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess it would depend on the state. And like you said, statute of limitations. How long
I mean, but he could have been like, as Jimmy was saying, I was just for show. It was a good story to tell for the podcast. It wasn't true. I mean, is there a paper trail?
Oh yeah. He could, there's no paper trail. He could definitely say it was just for the show.
Sure. Yeah.
But I believe it was true. In my heart, when he talks about it. I believe when these guys say things, I hear a lot of them and stuff like that. I believe a lot of stuff they say.
And he goes back to, we've another thing that we've been mentioning a little bit more recently is like defamation. Can USC go after him and go, really? Money? You took money? You're wearing our shirt, during this podcast. It's obviously a video podcast as well, correct? If you saw it. So
yeah, I saw a clip of it.
So there's obviously video out there. So it's out there. That's can they do something about it? I don't know. It's sort of one of those things that's up in the air right now, and can that come up and bite them in the butt? But then again, if you walk into an apartment, you go home. I mean, are you liable to report that to the IRS? There's money there. It's found money.
I think anytime you have found money, you're supposed to report it because it's income. Obviously, if you're using it, you put it in your account or something like that. I think as a family member, you can gift a family member, and I could be wrong. I think it's $10,000 is the max. But again, I don't know. You would have to get an expert.
Things like that. They kind of fascinate me when you hear about a situation like that. And I don't want to see anything legally happen to the dude.
No.
Don't get me wrong. I have no beef with him.
I'm sure, like you said, one thing I didn't think about. You're right. USC is probably not happy today.
Oh yeah, big time. I certainly wouldn't be.
Yeah, it doesn't make their program look good.
That makes it look like they're like they're responsible. At least a little bit that I'm gathering from the information here.
Oh yeah, well he said I had an apartment in L.A. downtown, beautiful apartment, had a brand new Lexus. Somebody gave him all that stuff.
Now, typically, I guess to kind of generalize it, quote unquote boosters provide those gifts per se, correct?
Yeah, that's what boosters do. They give them the gifts and the cars and the apartments and everything like that.
Now it can be done illegally.
Now it's legally. Yeah. Now you don't have to worry about it. Now you can get anything you want.
But I mean, even though the NCAA says it's okay, I mean, obviously, if there's money involved, that still has to be reported.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
$150. Yeah, that's a lot of money. $150,000 in a bag. So I'm sure he was okay, and he did pretty well. It is the Penthouse. It is a Wednesday. We're going to come back with a trifecta, and then we're going to come back. You had an opportunity at 11:45 to go to Rapids. And then we got Franny's got a story about Pete Davidson. Does he have a new girl on his list? We'll find all this out and more in the Penthouse. Peace.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Yeah, it might be fall, and some people are all about pumpkin spice and dead leaves. But we know all you care about is football season.
That's why Real Radio wants to hook you up with $1,000 in Red Zone revenue.
Go to an away game, buy some new jerseys, or gamble it all away.
I like this kind of party.
We don't care what you do with it.
We've got 13 shots per day to score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Coming up at 5 past the hour. Listen for the keyword, then enter it at realradio921.com, and you could score $1,000.
Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio.
Brought to you by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. If you're not shopping at Glass Chamber, can you really consider yourself a smoker? With the latest and greatest in the industry and amazing weekly specials, why wouldn't you? Now with 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors. Reese Windows installs most windows faster than other companies in Florida at just 6 to 8 weeks. That's right, just 6 to 8 weeks. Reese Impact windows are affordable, hurricane-resistant, energy-efficient, and come with a lifetime warranty that transfers when you sell. Go to reesewindows.com. That's reesewindows.com.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Hayes the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar Lounge 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek Cigar Lounge 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
It takes several sources of energy to bring you energy. There's natural gas, nuclear, solar, and another source that's, well, pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Good morning. Looks like West Palm Beach Fire Rescue is responding to an accident on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard at Village Boulevard. And there is a collision that you're going to find now on 45th Street at North Military Trail. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by LP SmartSide Trim and Siding. Visit lpcorp.com/pro. Are you looking for siding that makes the cut? LP SmartSide Trim and Siding is a cut above the rest with efficiency that helps you install more siding and /remodel to learn more.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
Hey, Greek, this is Granny again. I hear you're a real fan of basketball. Well, why don't you come over and give me your Kareem Abdul-Jabbar?
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You guys, you are one in a dozen of donuts. You're unbelievable. It is The Penthouse on a Wednesday. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning.
And good morning, Francis.
Oh, good morning.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, the Yankees had a good season. I know they didn't go to the World Series, and a lot of Yankee fans are disappointed the way they got swept by the Astros. But you'll really be disappointed if they don't sign All Rise soon. It's the biggest question in New York and sports. World Series starts Friday night, but people are asking, will the Yankees sign Mr. Judge? And if not, where does he go? Does he go to the Dodgers, the Red Sox, the Mets? Could you imagine him on the Mets? Would that be? There is speculation that the Yankees and him are going to sit down, and Steinbrenner will have to make him an offer. He's in the range of probably $350 million to $400 million. I hope the Yankees sign him. He's a real Yankee. He's been there for years, and I think he really loves the team, so I hope they can work out a deal. Don't let him go to the Red Sox, please. Not the Red Sox. I'd rather see him go to the Mets before I let him go to the Red Sox. Tom Brady had his podcast on Monday night. He did talk about a couple different things. And one of the things he said is that he's not going to retire now. There's speculation because Tampa's doing bad. Maybe he's just going to retire right now. And he said, no, that's not happening. I'm finishing out the year. Thank God, Tom. And as bad as Tampa is, they're still in first place. So all they have to worry about is the teams in their division, and his division sucks. So they might just limp into the playoffs, and who knows? They could get hot at the right time. And the Mannings had their show on Monday night. Again, it was a good show. And they had President Obama on. You want to talk about getting a big guest. Woo! And they had Vince Vaughn, too. But, yeah, President Obama was on. And people love the Mannings. They really do. They love what they do. The whole show, the chemistry, and them going back and forth. But President Obama was their special guest on Monday night. So that's pretty big when you want to get some big people in there. And that is your trifecta. Peace.
So somebody who I think is adorable, well, both these women, Drew Barrymore, and she's got her own talk show. Yeah. I haven't watched it because I believe it's on while we're doing the Penthouse. But she had Martha Stewart on her show.
Okay.
And they were playing a game.
How's Martha
yeah.
Martha.
She's doing fantastic, I guess, and feeling a little randy. So they were playing a bit called Red Flag, Yellow Flag, Green Flag. which we should play around here. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Which you put out a name of somebody, right? And green is a go, red signifies hell no, and yellow is you're on the fence about would you date these people.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, put out.
So I want to watch the full video to see what she said about everybody. But of course, specifically because he's the hotness these days, was Pete Davidson was on that list when Drew Barrymore was asking her. And she gave Pete Davidson, Martha Stewart, 81 years old, gave 28-year-old Pete Davidson the green light.
Nice.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. She did. She waved the green flag and said that, I mean, this is her. She's like, I mean, he's dated so many women, talking about his past, Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande, Kate Beckinsale, so many people. And she was like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I think that's good. And he's sort of cute. So she waved the green flag for him. So, of course, now everybody's going, all right, well, this happened.
Yeah. That's like the second time within this past month that she's made some reference to him and him being, dateable and a good-looking dude.
Yeah.
I think they're friends.
She even calls him a little twerp. I guess they met each other during Justin Bieber's roast.
Oh,
and she calls him a twerp. She was like, he was a little twerp. He was even twerpier than Bieber. She was like, who's also cute. So she thinks Bieber is too.
Is twerp a good thing nowadays?
I guess it used to be a bad thing, right?
Yeah.
I guess it's a good thing now, or maybe that's your type if that's the kind of person she's into.
So what do you think the odds are Pete Davidson bangs her?
I don't think that the odds are likely.
You don't think so?
No.
He might get her in the kitchen?
Do you think so?
I don't know. He might throw her a toss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I mean, crazier things have happened. You hear these rumors, then the next thing you know, they're away on a weekend in the Cayman Islands or something, or Staten Island. I don't know.
This is an
Interesting.
This is an interesting comment that Stewart made, though. She was like, "Oh, he's a good guy, very good guy, and he knows how to get in and get out, whatever that means."
Wow.
Want me to show you?
What does that mean? Like in and out of relationships?
Maybe. Maybe she's talked to Kim a little bit.
If it has something to do with that, as far as because I guess he's still friends with Kim, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So I mean, it's like there's not a lot of
animosity
that way, or he doesn't look bad. He cheated or anything like that.
Possibly.
I don't know. Maybe it's something along those lines.
Or maybe she doesn't want a long-term relationship. She just wants him to, just for a little bit of time and then get out of here.
If he bangs, yeah. Maybe if he bangs you, think he gets a tattoo of Martha Stewart? Like he did
Probably.
He should.
I mean, now that's something to brag home, right? Write home about.
In the kitchen with Martha Stewart.
Nice.
Pete Davidson.
Who sounds like a making of a good porn. In the kitchen with Martha Stewart. Pete starring Pete Davidson. Bow,
Love this.
Bow, bow.
So at 471
nice souffle.
42, you were mentioning that one ball player from USC.
Yeah.
And Jimmy had brought up the statute of limitations. Can he still get in trouble for this?
Yeah.
Somebody texted us. They said statute of limitations for tax evasion or tax fraud. The general rule of thumb is that the IRS has 3 years to audit your tax returns. If an investigation of your tax return reveals you concealed over 25% of your income, the IRS gets twice the time, 6 years to file charges. So that is according
Well, he's 37, Jimmy said, so he's okay.
Okay.
Because it was like 21, 22.
Got it.
Even if he got 6 years. But yeah, and maybe he knew that, so maybe that's why he did say it. Or maybe somebody talked to him about it. Maybe he said, hey, I'm going to say this on the podcast. Can I get in any trouble? And maybe he didn't even care. It might not even cross his mind. So what do you think the odds are that Pete Davidson bangs Martha Stewart? 40%, 50%? I go 50-50. She's around and she makes it happen. They both live in the East, so it's not like one's in West Coast and, the other one lives in the East Coast. He lives in the city. She lives in the Hamptons. There's a shot. Maybe him and Martha. There'll be places you could bet on it offshore.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make something out of this and market it like she did with Snoop, or maybe they go to an award show together or something like that, and they give everybody that little bit of intrigue, or who knows? I mean, if I was him, I would. I certainly would do something like that because obviously he's a comedic person, so that's he likes doing things like that. Little bits, maybe make something out of it, even if it turns into a skit on Saturday Night Live or something like that.
Kim helped him. I mean, he just got a Taco Bell commercial. Who knows if he would have got that because he got a lot more notoriety when he started going out with her. I mean, he dated a lot of beautiful girls, but it seemed like everybody talked about him when he was with her. And that's a big commercial for him to get.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're talking about it. He got paid a lot of money. I don't know how much, but It's Nationwide Taco Bell, and he might be in some other stuff too. He's in a couple other commercials too. He's in a video game commercial too. I saw that the other night.
Yeah, there's a bunch of celebrities in that one.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. So this is something that comes out every year, and it's something that's a little too expensive for me. It's the Neiman Marcus catalog, and they always have these ridiculous things on there that are super expensive. Well, if you are a fan of Scottie Pippen and you got some money to drop, and specifically a low price of $333,333.
Makes sense.
Then, was this number 33 or 3 or something? Okay.
33. That's what I said. Makes sense.
All right. Okay. Then they're saying you can live out your basketball fantasy with this holiday season gifts. And it is the opportunity to play a game of 2-on-2 with Scottie Pippen and Scottie Pippen Jr. So they have released some of their gifts that they're doing this holiday season, and they said it's a 2-on-2 scrimmage with the Pippins, and it's listed as the ultimate sports experience. Said whoever purchases experience will get to bring a friend, right? So it's not uneven, 2-on-2, right? Mm-hmm. And you go out to LA for a full experience with the father and son duo. I guess Talent Resources Sports is the one who helped him put this together. And I'm hoping for that much money, you would get more than just a game of basketball.
Yeah, you maybe throw in lunch, hang out with them or something.
Yeah,
shoot around.
So that's what when you go into more details on this, because they have the actual image of it on their Twitter that they posted. It's the legendary basketball matchup with the Pippins. Over $333,000.
That's a lot of
money. So much money. So, yes, in addition to basketball, the buyer will get a private dinner with them. It'll also include a tasting of their bourbon. You better send me home with multiple bottles. I don't want just to taste it, right?
I want a case.
Yes, it says Digits. I guess, that's maybe the name of their bourbon.
Okay.
Finally, the package comes with an autographed copy of his book, Unguarded. Still want some more money or some more out of that.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Is Michael going to be there?
I don't know.
That's what I would ask as soon as I got here. Is Michael Jordan going to be here? I mean, is MJ? What is going on with MJ? Somebody might do it. I mean, somebody who's a big fan, obviously got a ton of money. I don't think it's going to be flying off the shelves. And if it was another ball player, maybe. But like his son has no notoriety. Michael Jordan's son does, because supposedly Michael Jordan's son is dating his ex.
His ex, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that'd be big. That would be big. If they had Jordan's son and Scottie Pippen, because supposedly Scottie Pippen, Jordan's son is dating him, then you'd be people like, wow, that's great. $333,000, that's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
Yeah, and did it say anything about length of time? Like how much time he's going to spend with you?
No. Wow. I mean, if you get dinner and a game, I mean...
Yeah, you can play a game to 10 or 20. He'll kill you in 2 seconds. You can be done in 15 minutes. Scotty's like, I'm out. See you later. Neiman Marcus, what would they think of next? They're unbelievable, their catalog, the stuff that they have in there. And it's usually huge prices.
Yeah. Well, it's also for charity. So
it is.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And maybe somebody will do it for $300.
Yeah, they even have like I went on to the Neiman Marcus holiday catalog. I mean, ridiculous things like a Barbie Maserati, and it's one of those SUVs, the Maserati SUVs, and it's like Barbie pink, and I'm sure it's a ridiculous amount of money.
Oh, I can only imagine.
I didn't even click on how much it was.
Oh, I can only imagine.
But yeah, I mean, this is made for the rich.
One percenters.
It's not. Yeah,
it's the 1%.
It's not for people like me.
Yeah, people who are just oozing in cash, or somebody who's got so much money you don't know what to get somebody.
Yeah, super huge Pippen fan, super huge Bulls fan, super huge NBA fan, even that has all kinds of money. I could see that happening. So
yeah, somebody will probably do it.
Yeah,
you guys got an opportunity right now. You can win tickets to Rapids Water Park. 877-927-6969. 877-927-6969. Those are those digits. Give Jimmy a call. We'll get you going in a contest. He said, she said. And then you'll be on your way with 3 friends or 3 maybe people in your family, 3 of your ex-girlfriends.
Enemies, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whoever you
Take
want.
3 ex-girlfriends.
Perfect. I'm sure that would be great.
Sounds like fun.
It'd be different. But you're on your way to Rapids. Call us. 877-927-6969.
And I'll actually be out there this
Sunday
weekend. Yeah, I'll be out there on Sunday. Should be a good time starting at 1 o'clock.
Cool.
Yeah.
So if you're in the area on Sunday, make sure you stop by and say hi to Francis. It's going to be a nice day, always at Rapids, and a lot going on. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. I got a Halloween costume tonight at Strike Cigar Lounge, where I'm always at. And what should I be? I don't have a clue. I'm trying to get an Elvis costume. If anybody knows when I get an Elvis costume, let me know.
I wonder if you can do a rental.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, instead of purchasing one, you might. They probably have costume rental stores.
Oh, yeah, we definitely rent one. My buddy told me to go as Marilyn Monroe. I said thank you, but I'm going to pass. I don't think I'll do that. Joe Namath, my one buddy told me, or Tom Brady. Just get a jersey, put some eye stuff on. Do that. Giselle, I've been getting a lot of text messages.
All right, gonna wear some lingerie and some angel wings.
Yeah, maybe. I got to shave my legs, though, and I don't know if I have time for that. I got a lot going on today with the Greek Zone. Greek Zone's going to be interesting today. We got a psychic coming on who picks football games. So she's going to join Jimmy and I today in the Greek Zone. And she's been picking football games for years, and she's a psychic. And she's won a couple big Super Bowls.
Okay, I was going to say, because if you put out there that you're a psychic and you lose, that's the thing. You wonder.
She's definitely lost, but there's a couple games that she's won.
Ever notice there's not a millionaire?
I was going to say, yeah.
Nah,
I'm curious. I'm curious to listen to it and see how it goes, because that's it. Yeah, I mean, when you put out there that you're a psychic, right, you automatically go, well, then shouldn't they win every game?
That's what I said to her.
Yeah.
And she said, no, I don't win every game. She goes, and if I did, I wouldn't be here. I said, thank you.
Exactly.
Me and Jimmy talked about that. But no, she is very smart. Okay. She knows football. I met her last week, her and her boyfriend, and I'm going to bring her on, and we'll see how she does. If she passes the test in the Greek Zone, maybe we'll bring her to Penthouse. Jimmy, are we ready with a couple people?
We have a couple people lined up, but we still have a couple of open phone lines, so give us a call, 877-927-6969. If you want a shot at a 4-pack of tickets to Rapids Water Park, that's South of Florida's largest water park with over 42 rides and attractions. We got a couple open lines here, but we are going to start with Mark. Mark, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going great, Mark. How long you been listening to Real Radio?
Oh, man, that was a young boy. My dad, I would say probably 20 years.
Wow.
20 years. Nice. You know how to play our game, he said, she said?
Yes, sir. It's either Greek or Franny, correct?
All right, that's right. I'm going to read you a quote, and you got to let us know whether Greek said it or Franny said it. And here is your quote. I'll stroke you all day long. I'll stroke you all day long. Did Greek say that, or did Franny say that?
I'm going to go with Greek.
That's
nice
right.
Job.
Yeah, that's me.
Greek's the one that says he'll stroke you all day long. This is what that sounded like.
I'll stroke you all day long.
Yeah, you will.
Oh, yeah. and apparently, Franny is well aware of it. So, where the hell was I? All right, Mark.
That was an added bonus.
Great job, Mark. Now, I'm going to put you on hold. If you would, you're going to have to hang tight for a couple minutes. I'm going to get back with you here on a break, and we'll get you set up with that 4-pack of tickets to Rapids. All right, pal?
Sweet. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Congrats.
That's how you do it right there, kids.
And don't forget, if you want to stop by Sunday, Francis is going to be at Rapids. Stop in, say hi, and enjoy yourself, and have a great time at Rapids Water Park. That sounds like a good time, and you guys can just kick back and enjoy. 877-927-6969 on the table today. You could always bring anything up and ask us, but we had little lies that you have told in the past. Or what should I be for Halloween tonight? I got a costume party to go to about 7:30, and I cannot just go as just me. I got to do something. If you guys have any suggestions, and where I can find an Elvis costume in the next maybe 6 hours. If you guys know, let us know.
How about going as Matthew Perry? You want to go as Matthew Perry?
How would you do that? What
I don't know. What would you do? The hair?
Yeah, I guess
Somehow
the hair.
Friends t-shirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his book's getting interesting.
Yeah. Apparently, he's got a memoir coming out. We were talking about it on Monday a little bit. And in his new memoir, Matthew Perry goes into detail about his struggle with addiction, as we've kind of heard about, and his long, expensive road to sobriety. He also goes into detail about his hatred for Keanu Reeves. Apparently, he's not a big fan.
Who is not a fan of Keanu Reeves? Everybody loves Keanu Reeves.
That's the first time I've ever heard anyone say anything negative from from Hollywood or even in person.
Right?
Just a general the public. He actually disses Keanu twice in the book, both times when he's talking about a friend who had passed away. The first is when he's discussing about River Phoenix. Matthew starred with him in the 1988 movie A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon. He said, quote, River was a beautiful man inside and out, too beautiful for this world, it turned out. It always seems to be the really talented guys who go down. Why is this? The original thinkers like River Phoenix and Heath Ledger die. Why does it happen? But Keanu Reeves still walks among us.
That's a slam.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's a slam.
Then he slags Keanu again while talking about the death of Chris Farley. who he starred in 1988 comedy Almost Heroes. He said, quote, "I punched a hole through Jennifer Aniston's dressing room when I found out that he had passed away. Keanu Reeves walks among us." So sort of the same line again, but apparently he's not a big fan of Keanu.
Could only be two things.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that's very weird.
He
A girl.
A girl, or he tried out for John Wick and he didn't get it. He also mentions a lot of stuff about he was dating Julia Roberts for a while, and he broke up with her because he didn't think that he was good enough for her. And what I read, too, she was in shock that he broke up with her.
Really?
Yeah, and then Valerie Bertinelli, he used to be friends with her, and she was on, I guess, a show they did years ago, and she was at his house, and her Eddie, I don't know if they were married or not, supposedly passed out from drinking, and he said that him and Valerie were, like, making out. And but he really liked her, but she didn't like him. And next day went to set, and she just didn't say anything about it. Yeah, so he's got some good stuff in that book. It really does. And again, it's hopefully he could help some people have problems.
Yeah, and that's part of what we were talking about on Monday about it. Plus, he has a sit down with Diane Sawyer this Friday that you can watch that he did. So, and there were some other juicy tidbits from his book that he talks to her about. And of course, a lot of it has to do with his addiction too. So,
an amount of money that's all over the place. He spent supposedly $9 million on trying to be sober. And I think he said Jennifer Aniston.
It's expensive. I mean, I have somebody who I know right now going through that, just bad addiction to more than just alcohol, and they got money to spend, but the treatment center they're at, it's like $27,000 a week. A week.
Well, if somebody's going through it for 20 years, you can imagine. And again, I'm not familiar with it. I'm sure health insurance is not there. I'm sure they don't pick it up, or maybe just a portion of it. But if he spent $9 million, I'm sure that they don't have it. He talks about a lot of different things. I'm curious to see the interview and maybe even buy the book. But yeah, he struggled with it a long, long time throughout his whole thing of Friends.
Yeah, not too many times I get intrigued by an interview itself to sit down, but I'd like to see that one. I think I'm going to catch that sometime over the weekend if I can.
I talked about it Monday with Jimmy, and somebody else mentioned it to me too. They heard the show on Monday, is how quiet they kept it on Friends. I mean,
of course, you don't want people to know that what's going on.
I know, but it's still
intrigue because everybody is
perfect.
I mean, not perfect, but close to it.
I'm friends,
but don't put it in today's standards where we have social media that stuff like that can get out. They didn't have as much of that back then. Some, no doubt, and of course anything can leak out. But they all seem to be relatively friendly with each other. No pun intended on the name of the show.
No, they're very close.
I think they pretty much got along together, and I don't think you're going to want stuff like that to get out. Unless you have a bad relationship, like say 90210 with like Shannon Doherty, where she wasn't very well liked about with the other cast members. So rumors would get out and things like that, and they may not have had social media as much, but there were still a lot of tabloids. There were still a lot of soap opera magazines where you would hear that kind of junk.
And he was still very much liked. Just recently, there was a Reddit thread that went out, and they ended up taking and calculating the amount of votes for the best sitcom characters. People started sharing who they thought of all time, and Chandler Bing actually made top 20. Who's Matthew Perry's character? He was number 17 on the list, and he was very popular, very likable.
They all were.
If you put that, put it on there, what his real life was like, I don't know if it would have been the same.
No, you're probably right. And what you just said about 91210, I mean, I think that was similar times, but like you said, they didn't like each other.
Yeah,
And
it was
then
well known.
And then
I
she
think
left.
Tori Spelling and her didn't, and Shannon Doherty didn't like each other. Well, I don't think anybody liked Shannon because she was considered very bratty on the set from what I remember.
No, I think you're 100% right, Francis. That would have definitely hurt the show. And that's why they anything like that, they try to keep close to the vest because they don't want anybody to know. But yeah, I think that, again, he said for a long, long time he's been struggling. Hopefully he's better now, and he got the treatment he needed.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. And like I said, Monday, I think it's also good that if he can be out there, there's everybody with struggles. Sometimes you hear different things from, could be an athlete, ball player, whoever it is. Maybe it's an actor, actress, and you say, hey, if they can go through it, then I can. And maybe it helps and gives somebody, a little bit of vote of confidence, because that's very, very tough. And the amount of money, like you said, is very expensive for people to go through those treatments. 877-927-6969.
Well, those are the best of the best.
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
And it's unfortunate sometimes when we want to look at it in a big blanket. Yes, money can buy the best. I mean, it does. And, if he had the money and he could do it, and, sometimes it's not fair. I get it. I understand that.
And it still didn't help him.
Well,
he had the best, and he was 20 years. He's still struggling.
Well, I think it's always a struggle, though.
Sure.
Right, for some people, especially
if you want it,
some
you could,
more than others.
Yeah, you could go to free treatment centers or whatever it is and still get better.
Yeah, I mean,
you just have to really work at it, and you have to really want to be sober.
And what works for you?
Everybody's different.
Go to AA, that's free, for some people.
And I'm sure that, it was difficult on the other people, too, in the show. Because, he did talk about that a lot of times. But everybody was a unit, and they stuck together. And in Hollywood, you don't see that too much. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We're going to come back with some fun facts, a lot more coming at you, WWGD, and so much more in the Penthouse on a Wednesday. Hope you're having a great afternoon. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. MVP's Pro Rewards members visit Lowe's now and earn bonus points on products and brands like DeWalt. Then redeem for Lowe's e-gift cards and more. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees. After applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms. Visit Lowes.com/MVP bonus points for details. Now through 10/28.
Is it getting harder to find new customers? After all, it's one thing to run a business and another to grow it, especially these days. But what if you had access to everyone listening to me right now? Access to all the customers in your area. As the #1 audio company in America, iHeartMedia gives you access to all the customers you need to grow at a fraction of the cost of digital, video, and social advertising, with experts ready to craft your message fast. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Trouble getting to sleep and staying asleep? It could ruin your next day. That's why nutrition company Healthy Cell created REM Sleep to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and sleep deep. Unlike other supplements that don't work, REM Sleep by Healthy Cell is not a pill. It's a gel you swallow with ultra-absorbent of science-backed ingredients supporting all 4 stages of sleep. Visit HealthyCell.com and use radio for 20% off your first order. Risk-free, love it or your money guaranteed. HealthyCell.com. Code radio.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 29th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Navigating today's real estate market can be tricky. Interest rates are rising, but not as fast as rental rates, and home insurance is about to explode. And housing prices, they still haven't fallen much yet. Really? Not sure what to do? Get the professional advice you need. Call the crew from the Florida Talk Real Estate Show. Our team of experts have helped thousands of our listeners with buying a home, selling a home, getting a home loan, home insurance, and so much more. Call for a free consultation at 888-973-7828. FloridaTalkRealEstate.com.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE. 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Money. Enter it now at realradio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
So as far as tolerance for marijuana, I'm 6'3", about 230. My wife gave me one gummy and I was done for the day. Out. Sick. Everything. My wife can have 4 of them, 5 of them. It doesn't matter. She's fine. So I don't smoke at all. I don't do it. So that's why it was so bad for me. But
oh, goody. Hi, Greek. It's Nutmeg. Oh, I've got our couple's costume all picked out for tonight. I'm going to go as a sexy nurse, you know, one with the red plus signs over my nipples. And, you know, I'm really known for my unorthodox way of checking your pulse. But, Greek, you're going to go as Dr. Ben Dover, a certified proctologist. Make sure you bring lots of gloves, Greek. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of patients.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, you're back to the Penthouse. I'll be Ben till 2 o'clock.
Oh, man.
And I tell you, our audience is great. I just got a text message from one of our great listeners who said they think they found me an Elvis costume.
Nice.
Very
That's
nice.
great.
So let's see if we can put it together. You guys are always so good in so many different ways for all of us. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Francis. You got fun facts about Elvis?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
I have some pumpkin fun facts
Ooh,
that
nice.
might make you say, "Oh my gourd." Get it? No.
Wacka
All right.
wacka. Nice.
Oh, boy. So the word pumpkin actually, because today is National Pumpkin Day. That's why.
Oh, really? That's why I saw a lot of pumpkins.
Yes. Well, probably because it's Halloween.
Well,
Halloween week.
I had nothing to do with
No,
it, Franny. Come on.
No, you're right.
Bail me out, Jimmy.
Actually, this is the first year I haven't carved a pumpkin.
Oh, you got time.
I just feel like they just always get so yucky so quickly in
You can't-
this weather.
Yeah, can't carve it now.
No, I know. So the word pumpkin showed up for the first time in the fairy tale. Want to guess?
Cinderella.
Cinderella, yeah.
Her little chariot.
Yes. They said a French explorer in 1584 first called them gros melons, which was translated into English as pumpkins, according to history. But it wasn't until the 17th century that they started referring to them as pumpkins, and the first time it showed up was in that fairy tale. The original jack-o'-lanterns were not made of pumpkins. Guessing game, do you want to play? What do you think they were made out of? If you haven't heard this before.
Clay.
No.
Pineapple.
Watermelon?
No, I mean, you could probably, right? They were actually turnips and potatoes is what they used to carve back in the day. And man, those must have been some pretty big-ass turnips and potatoes. But eventually, Irish immigrants brought their customs to America and found that pumpkins were much easier to carve than turnips and potatoes. Pumpkins are actually grown in every single continent except Antarctica. And that's because it's very icy over there, so you can't. Yes.
That'll do it.
Yes, that will. Over 1.5 billion pounds of pumpkins are produced each year in the United States of America. The top producing states are Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and California, which is interesting, the California part. Actually, Morton, Illinois, they call itself the pumpkin capital of the world, where 95% of pumpkins grown in the U.S. are harvested there. So only 5% come from the other places. That's crazy. Morton is actually allegedly responsible for 80% of the world's canned pumpkin production. And 80% of the U.S. pumpkin crop is available during October, and specifically probably for Halloween.
You think?
Yeah, they say over that, for the 1.5 billion pounds that they have, over 800 million pumpkins are ripe for the picking in that single month of the year, in October. So, because I always wondered, when you go by all these farms, you're like, how the hell? Like all these churches and everything.
Yeah, they probably
Where?
They plan them, I guess. I think it costs 7 months to have a pumpkin come to full size.
The largest pumpkin pie ever, 3,699 pounds.
Get out of town.
There's a picture of it. This thing is insane. Yep.
How much?
3,699 pounds. And this thing was baked. Like, it was not like a raw one. I don't know where. Whenever time I see this, I'm like, where do they bake these things? All these largest pies, cakes. I'm like, what kind of oven are they using? Yeah, it's pretty insane. I'll see if I could put that one. Each pumpkin, it's like the guessing game, you know, when you have the jars of candy, jelly beans, and you have to guess how much is in there. Do you want to guess how many seeds each pumpkin has?
Oh, I would guess a ton. I don't know.
About estimated.
8,016.
Let's say 300.
You are closer, Jimmy. You were way off the runway, G-Man. 500.
I heard that last night.
500. And I think we should go here. They had Delaware. They have the Pumpkin Chunkin contest.
Pumpkin
Chunkin, yeah, where you launch pumpkins. Teams compete to launch pumpkins. And one was shot almost 5,000 feet from an air cannon. Sounds fun. Oh, no, just kidding. We can't. It was canceled because there was a tragic accident.
I was going to say, if you get hit with one, you got to be in trouble.
I guess somebody got taken out in 2017.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, so we can't enter the Pumpkin Chunkin contest.
I mean, you get hit by a golf ball, people go down. Like, imagine getting hit by a pumpkin?
No.
Well, that's probably what happened. Somebody died. That's it. We can't do this contest
I'd rather
anymore.
get hit by a pumpkin than a golf ball.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Really? I mean, a golf ball is
hard plastic like that?
I don't know.
At least a pumpkin has some give.
Either way, it's going to suck.
Both, yeah. Especially when it's launched by a cannon.
Yeah. I'd rather get hit by a golf ball.
I think so, too.
Yeah. I have before, so I've never gotten hit by a pumpkin. And then finally, if you ever like, man, I'm hungry, and all you got is a pumpkin, guess what? Every single part of a pumpkin is edible. Yep, you can eat the skin, the leaves, the flower, the pulp, the seeds, and even the stem. So if you were trying to figure out what's for dinner, there you go. And there's your pumpkin fun facts.
Great job, Francis. It is National Pumpkin Day today. Is it correct?
Yes, yep, you are correct. That is today.
So get out there and buy a pumpkin. Maybe give it to a stranger, good way to meet somebody, or just give it to a child, maybe, and that's a good way to put a smile on their face. Kids all love pumpkins. 877-927-6969. I know, Jimmy, you had a story that I find to be odd because it's what we haven't heard for years, and it's one of the problems they say in this country about kids playing video games and what they're doing and the amount of time they're playing.
Yeah, apparently. Well, of course, we knew this study was going to come at some point in time, but playing video games may actually boost a child's brain power, according to new research. This study brought to you by Activision. Lead author, that was a joke. Lead author, Dr. Bader Sherarni, a psychiatrist at the University of Vermont, describes the findings as encouraging. Encouraging what? We don't know. Many parents today are concerned about the effects of video games on their children's health and development. As these games continue to proliferate among young people, it is crucial that we better understand both the positive and negative impact that such games may have. This was a put out in a media release. The team analyzed brain scan data from nearly 2,000 children between the ages of 9 and 10 years old. Those who reportedly playing video games for 3 or more hours per day were faster and more accurate in memorizing information and controlling impulses. They also showed higher activity in regions of gray matter associated with attention and memory than peers who never played games. The patterns may stem from practicing tasks related to impulse control and memory while playing video games. I really don't think that any of this is very surprising. People that play video games, I don't care whether you're a kid or you're an adult. If you're good at it, use and typical like, and I'm talking about typical like Xbox or PlayStation, something like that, where you have a game controller, right? And so you have how many controls on that controller of buttons to push, all kind, two joysticks typically. So you've got to have great hand-eye coordination to be any good at these games. So it doesn't surprise me that you're going to have good memory, remembering what you have to pick up, if it's a Call of Duty game or whatever the game might be. The study adds to our growing understanding of the associations between playing video games and brain development, adds NIDA director Nora Volkow. Numerous studies have linked video games to behavior and mental health problems. This study suggests that there may be a cognitive benefit associated with the popular pastime, which are worthy of further investigation. So I guess that's something to think about, but I've always been on the negative side to where all you're doing is sitting and doing that, and you're ignoring the rest of life.
Yes.
And I think that can contribute more negatives, but I don't know. I guess to each their own. But I'm not surprised that they would find this type of research that says that if you're good at a video game, then you have good memory, and you have good hand-eye coordination. Yes. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, it's amazing because, again, you don't get a lot of positive things about the video game industry for people, especially for kids who spend hours and hours on there. I'm sure if the kids are going to hear this, they're going to go home tonight with their mom and dad and say, hey.
Yeah, I mean, universities offer courses
now
for gamers and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yes, because it's a way for them to make income. It is the Penthouse, and we'll be back in a few minutes. We got some new rule maybe at Amazon that might help you spend more money. It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by LP SmartSide Trim and Siding. Visit lpcorp.com/pro. Are you looking for siding that makes the cut? LP SmartSide Trim and Siding is a cut above the rest with efficiency that helps you install more siding in less time. Side with advanced durability. Side with LP SmartSide Trim and Siding. Visit lpcorp.com/remodel to learn more.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Songwriters for Southwest Florida is raising money to help hospitality workers in Fort Myers Beach and the islands get back on their feet after many of their workplaces were destroyed by Hurricane Ian. You can go to songwritersforswfl.com to donate today. And you can also bid on great autographed items from some of country's biggest stars. Let's help Southwest Florida recover. Go to songwritersforswfl.com and make your donation today. That's songwritersforswfl.com.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Are you worried about your financial future as retirement gets closer? All over the country, soon-to-be retirees are fearing for their financial future as markets remain volatile. Bishop Gold Group helps you invest in gold and gold IRAs to protect your wealth and retirement during times of high inflation and wild swings in the market. Secure your future today. Contact Bishop Gold Group by dialing pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold, or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis to give you a greater understanding. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Federal Reserve recent announcements is putting the country on course for a deep recession. That means wild swings in the markets and high inflation will continue to put your retirement savings at risk. Protect the money you worked so hard to save for retirement by investing in gold. Let Bishop Gold Group show you how tangible gold investments can help secure your future. Dial pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold, or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Hey, it's Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton, a humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek Cigar 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
Rebuilding after a flood can be difficult, but if you have flood insurance, you don't have to go through it alone. The National Flood Insurance Program can help you and your family recover by paying claims swiftly and fairly. If you've experienced flood damage, start rebuilding today by calling your insurance agent or company to file a claim. For more information about how to get your claim started, visit floodsmart.gov/claims. Brought to you by FEMA and its National Flood Insurance Program.
At Morgan & Morgan, the fee is free. You don't pay us anything unless we win your case.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Good afternoon. Palm Beach County Fire Rescue is responding to an accident in Boynton Beach now. It's on Gateway Boulevard at Military Trail. For the most part, though, we are seeing an easy ride for your Wednesday afternoon with no accidents or serious delays on 95, the Turnpike, or US 1 at the moment. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by the Our American Stories podcast.
Do you know the story behind one of the most recognizable American toys and smells? The Crayola Crayon? Be sure to catch this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
The podcast, The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham, is a moving and inspiring biblical audio experience that will help you master wisdom from the world's greatest book. In each episode, you'll learn to apply biblical principles to everyday life.
Each cinematic episode is a journey through the Bible's most learning.
Listen to The Bible in a Year with Jack Graham on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station.
No duh about that study about the video games improving brain power.
All you got to do is look at the top guys in tech and so forth, and the biggest companies in the world. They're all gamers. Musk, Zuckerberg, etc., etc.
Hey Greek, this is Bruce from Jackrabbit Dream Ranch, where all your male-on-male fantasies come true. Just wanted to call and thank you for coming out to the Halloween costume party last night. You made for a terrific ballerina, Greek. You look absolutely stunning in a tutu, and I can't tell how many compliments we got on your bulge. Who knew you weren't circumcised? Anyways, I noticed you left behind your costume in the dressing room. If you'd like to come pick it up, it's at the front desk. I did notice a significant tear in the buttocks region. Someone got lucky.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Any press is good, so I'll take it. Thank you for the compliment.
That guy, Bruce, he's always so... He leaves the nicest messages.
He does. Thank you, Bruce. I'm feeling love, my friend. Feeling love. It is The Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a great day and enjoy yourself. Thanks for listening to Real Radio 92.1. Tonight, Coach's show is going to be on, I believe, at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock tonight. Yes, it's a little different this week. Obviously, they had a bye week last week, and they had to do some moving around because of the different... Because obviously, they got basketball. They got all their different games going on there with the Gators. So they're going to be 7 o'clock tonight here. You'll get the Coach's show for the Florida Gators.
And they got a big game this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's stacked against them. They're playing Franny's Georgia Bulldogs, #1 in the country. This morning on DraftKings, it was 22. Wow. That game will start at 3:30, and the pregame will start at 12:30.
Up to 22, huh?
That's what I saw this morning. One of my buddies.
Not surprised.
No, it might go up to 24. If you want Georgia, I would bet today because I think it's going to go only up. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
And good afternoon, Francis.
Hello, good afternoon. And gee, we have a couple people who want to help out with your Halloween costume.
Cool.
47142, that's the text line. I do believe that the place you were looking at, G-Man, I know during the break, that they do rentals. So they said to ask them about that because I know you saw a few. They had some nice ones, but they were expensive.
Yes.
So ask them and call ahead and ask about a rental, and they may be able to put it on hold for you.
Okay, good.
Yep. And then somebody said, heck with the costume. They want to hear your Elvis impersonation, G-Man. You got one?
I'm going to win this race.
There you go. And then we have Tell Greek to go as Bill Nye the Science Guy. Be like, ironic yet funny. That's from Chris in Texas.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hook 'em horns.
And then Halloween costume for Greek, his doppelganger, who I don't know, I have to look this person up. Former Miami Dolphins place kicker, Garo Yipremian.
Oh my God! Yeah.
How do I say that?
Garo Yipremian was from the 72 Dolphins. A little bit of a shot he took at me. The guy was very short.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know who that was.
Yeah.
Okay.
He almost made the Dolphins lose a perfect season. He threw an interception against the Redskins.
Well, boo, that wasn't nice.
No, it's a compliment. Thank you. Appreciate it. I think he was #1, too, as a Dolphin from the 72 team. If I can remember, I think he was #1.
Okay, got it. So, yeah, G-Man, before the break, you were talking about this new thing that Amazon is implementing. And if you have a Venmo account, now you can, you're going to be able to start hooking it up with your Amazon. So it looks like they're rolling out a new option to start paying with Venmo. And that is if you're not familiar with Venmo, it's a banking cashier and kind of app or whatever. A lot of people utilize it for small purchases, or maybe if you go out to dinner with your friends or whatever, and somebody covers a bill, then you pay them. Simple things like that. But you can also make larger purchases on it. I believe this past year they started rolling out where they were taxing it over $600 or something.
You know, it was very popular. I've seen a lot too in card games.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Venmo's popular with everything. When you got like a service like getting your nail manicure, pedicure, they would only accept cash tips. Now a lot of them have the QR code where you can send money straight into their Venmo or Zelle.
Sure.
Because they just don't like getting the tip on the credit cards. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
buy a crypto on there too.
Yeah, so people, there's Venmo credit cards. So just got a thing in the mail saying I was approved for a Venmo credit card. You can get that, but a lot of people basically utilize it as a second checkings or savings account. People just keep their money in there and they don't transfer it over to their regular bank accounts. Mm-hmm. And so that's why they have all these Venmo cards and stuff. So I guess if you are one of those people who have all that money in your Venmo, now when you check out or pay for your orders on Amazon, you can pay with the Venmo. It'll link it up.
Wow.
Yep.
They're making everything so easy.
Mhm.
Trying to, anyway.
They said starting, I guess this was yesterday, select customers will also see an option at checkout to pay for orders on Amazon.com via the mobile app using the popular PayPal, which I know you can do when you're on your computer, but I guess that's new on the mobile app, which I wasn't sure. So you can use that. I guess they're trying to make all of this accessible to every U.S. customer by Black Friday. So they want to make it so
That's
anybody can buy.
That's right. Anybody
spend.
You can spend money right there. They're going to help you do it. I got some information for you for the holidays. Today's the 26th, and you can go to Joseph's Classic Market, 2791 South Dixie Highway, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're looking to fill about 40 or 50 positions, all positions. Again, you don't have to have an appointment. You can just walk in. Joseph's Classic Market, 2791 South Dixie Highway, the 26th and the 28th this week. So if you guys are looking for the job for the holidays, great company, great people. I know them personally, and it's a great company to work for. Go to josephsclassicmarket.com/careers for more information. But today, 11 to 5, 2791 South Dixie Highway, their new location that's going to be opening up soon. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We got some WWGD coming at you, and we're going to come back with a trifecta and a lot more on a Wednesday. Peace.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Yeah, it might be fall, and some people are all about pumpkin spice and dead leaves. But we know all you care about is football season.
That's why Real Radio wants to hook you up with $1,000 in Red Zone revenue.
Go to an away game, buy some new jerseys, or gamble it all away.
I like this kind of party!
We don't care what you do with it.
We've got 13 shots per day to score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Coming up at 5 past the hour. Listen for the keyword, then enter it at realradio921.com, and you could score $1,000.
Score $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. Good luck from Real Radio.
Brought to you by the Glass Chamber, your local smoke shop. Exotic sodas, Delta 8, Puffco, and the newest disposables. If you're not shopping at Glass Chamber, can you really consider yourself a smoker? With the latest and greatest in the industry and amazing weekly specials, why wouldn't you? Now with 7 convenient locations. Visit glasschamberfl.com for more.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Blindster.com.
Former Major Leaguer Skip Shoemaker has taken over as the Marlins' new manager. He'll replace Don Mattingly after spending last year as the Cardinals' bench coach. 3-game road trip begins for the Heat tonight in Portland. Miami's playing away from home for the first time after starting the year 1-3. And the NHL has a new all-time Ironman. Vegas Golden Knights forward Phil Kessel played in his 990th straight game last night. I'm Scott Davidson.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. Don't overpay for new blinds. Shop today and save big. Blindster.com.
Meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Audible. This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Greek Trifecta is brought to you by 818 Tequila.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
On Season 4 of the Piketon Massacre podcast, the investigation into one of Ohio's worst crimes continues. Join the KT Studios team as they examine the forensics and the ties that bind the victims and the accused. What will the trials mean for Pike County?
Let's talk about the crime scenes.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
This is legitimately the biggest murder trial in the state of Ohio's history.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-504-8609 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-504-8609. That's 800-504-8609. What do you have to lose? Call 800-504-8609. Again, 800-504-8609.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Federal Reserve recent announcements is putting the country on course for a deep recession. That means wild swings in the markets and high inflation will continue to put your retirement savings at risk. Protect the money you worked so hard to save for retirement by investing in gold. Let Bishop Gold Group show you how tangible gold investments can help secure your future. Dial pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm your man, Steve Harvey, and I got some great news. Listen to me. For real, there are just 2 days left to enter to win. $7,000 a week for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. But you got to be in it to win it. Enter now at PCH.com. October 31st, the prize patrol could be at your house. Hurry, enter now at PCH.com. Don't miss your last chance to win $7,000 a week for life. Come on now. Enter at PCH.com.
No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited. Entries due 10/28. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Good afternoon. Palm Beach County Fire Rescue is responding to an accident in Boynton Beach now. It's on Gateway Boulevard at Military Trail. For the most part, though, we are seeing an easy ride for your Wednesday afternoon with no accidents or serious delays on 95, the Turnpike, or US 1 at the moment. That's a look at your Palm Beach County traffic. I'm Doug Lindsay.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Fall into a hiring spree with Indeed. Their end-to-end hiring solution makes it easy. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Wednesday, middle of the week. Remember, if you're looking for a job for the holidays or just to start a new career, get over to Joseph's Classic Market today, 2791 South Dixie Highway, 11 to 5 for their new location. They're looking to hire 40 to 50 people, all positions. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And good morning, Francis.
Hello, good afternoon.
And it is time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
The Mannings do a show on Monday nights on the Four Letter Network, and it's pretty good. They do the game, and they have a lot of special guests and different angles of the game. They talk about his players, but they get big-time guests like nobody else has ever gotten. And Monday night, no different. They had President Obama join their cast and talk with them, which was pretty cool, and Vince Vaughn. So they always got a lot of interesting people, ex-ball players. Obviously, they have a ton of people they can call with their networks, the two brothers. But President Obama was on Monday night. The Yankees' big question in the offseason, a couple side ones. Is the manager going to come back? The GM? Is Mattingly going to be a manager? But the biggest question is, are the Yankees going to sign Mr. Judge? I hope so. We can't see him in another uniform. We don't want to see him in a Mets uniform or a Red Sox uniform, which would be really bad, or maybe a Dodgers. But we'll see if it happens. Steinbrenner is supposed to sit down with him in the next couple of weeks and see if they can work out a deal. I'm thinking between $350 and $400 million. Jimmy, your opinion? Do you think the Yankees do sign him?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
I think they got to open up that pocketbook. They're going to, even though he may have had a little bit of a slump in the playoffs, I think what he accomplished during the year is enough to write a big fat check for him. Because, again, what's the alternative? You don't, and he's going to go to a competitor, probably go to Sox.
Yeah, and that would be brutal.
You don't want to be going against them anymore, so.
And we'll see what happens with the MVP voting. That's going to come out soon. If he wins that's hard to let go of a guy who just won your MVP. And Tom Brady, on his podcast Monday night, did speak about a couple things. People were speculating, is he going to maybe quit midseason? He said, no, I'm not quitting. There's ups and downs with a team, and we're down right now. We're going to stick together. Thursday night, you can see Tom Brady and Tampa. If you have Amazon, it's going to be a tough game for them. They're taking on the Baltimore Ravens. But Brady said he's not done. He would never quit midseason. I didn't think he would quit midseason. I just didn't think so. That would definitely tarnish his reputation, I think, if he gave it up in halfway through the season. I know he's got a lot of personal problems right now, and they always show his wife every day. She has no ring on, and she's in Miami. But I think Brady will definitely stick it out. And they could probably turn it around. And remember, they're in a terrible division, and they're still tied for first place, even though they're 3-4. And that is your trifecta for this hour. Peace.
So I know, Jimmy, you are a stepdad, and G-Man, you are too. But and Jimmy, you dealt with the kids at a younger age, and so did you, G-Man. So I want to know if you went through this. I don't have kids, and I am not a step parent either. But this was a study that was done, and they were asking parents how they got some me time, some peace and quiet.
Oh, this is easy. But go ahead.
And so, but like things that they had to do to sneak around the house. And so a lot of these parents, in fact, 4 in 10 of these frazzled parents said that they would go to the bathroom and just sit on the toilet and scroll on their phone, even if they really didn't have to use it, just so they got their own time, even if it was for 5 minutes. But a lot of these parents also said that they found it kind of challenging. In fact, 29% of them said that they felt like they could not even go to the bathroom without being followed by their children. Now, as I mentioned, I don't have children. My dogs follow me everywhere I go.
Yeah.
I go to the bathroom, their heads are peeking in, like, hey, what are you doing in there? It's like, all the time. And I can't imagine kids doing the same thing.
Hey, what are you doing in there?
Oh, my God. Oh, my dog sits next to me. She does.
Can't beat him, join him.
Oh, my goodness. It's so funny. But I can't imagine children following you to the bathroom. 29% feel like they couldn't even get away to the bathroom without their kids following them around. So even a majority of them said that they pretended like they were loading the washing machine. And I guess maybe they have like the laundry room that's separate to the rest of it, but probably shut the door. So even if they don't really have to do laundry, that's how they would get away, to pretend to be loading laundry. And then another percentage, about 29, said that they went upstairs alone to say, I'm doing some housework, leave me alone, when in fact they were doing absolutely nothing. They're just trying to get away. So they said even trying to sneak away to eat a snack, 30% of them have said that they stuck their head in their cupboard to enjoy a moment without any interruption and no kids stealing snacks out of their hands.
That's pretty drastic.
Isn't it? But 30% says because their kids would steal a snack out of their hand, that they stuck their head in the cupboard so they had a moment alone.
And when kids are young, 5, 6, 7, 10, whatever, they're all over you. I mean, they are. I remember with my ex, they were all over her. I know a lot of different things. There was a buddy of mine, his wife used to have a small TV in the laundry room, and she would go in there, I remember years ago, to watch TV. so nobody would bother her in her laundry room. People say they have a headache. Mom's got to stay asleep for a while, but really she doesn't have a headache. She just wants to get away from the kids.
Is that one of those little lies? Yep. Full circle there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm going to piss off a bunch of people. I didn't need it. I mean, we had our time. I mean, when they're young, they're going to bed at what, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or something. So you've got a couple of hours there that you can have alone time or me time, quote unquote, and get away from it. Plus, I love kids. To me, that's when they're up and they're playing and we, or doing homework and whatnot. That was all fun to me. Was there times? Of course, there's times where you want to get away a little bit, but we always had time. We always made time. Or, we had a sort of a built-in babysitter for a little bit of a time there with Katie's older sister. So, there was somebody to watch her and we could go out to a movie or we could go out to dinner or something. So I got to say, as far as that side of it, things were concerned, I was lucky. I think Carla she would say the same thing, that we were lucky. We didn't have to deal with that on too bad of a basis. And we found time. We made time.
Yeah, well, it looks like you're a rarity. And maybe there's people listening right now, Jimmy, that are like, yeah, me too. Because there are experts that are urging parents to at least take 15 minutes each day to recharge their batteries, which a lot of parents say they can't. In fact, 9 in 10, 92%, they said they struggle to find enough time for themselves, admitting that they also find it hard to do anything fun with their partners due to relentless life commitments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids are a lot, 24/7.
But it's also a lot of them juggling jobs and parenthood.
Sure. And again, actually, when you start getting into some other times where there's camp, Girl Scouts,
sports,
cheerleading, soccer, where you're running or you're constantly running around and doing things like that,
driving them.
But you get involved, and you're part of it. I don't know. I can understand why it obviously, and especially if you have multiple kids. I mean, if you got 2 or more, and if you're trying to juggle all that,
it's a lot.
That can be a lot, and I get that, and plus a full-time job and everything, so it can be difficult. I get that, but you can make some time.
I give kudos to my sister-in-law, and she's in her early 30s. She's got 3 kids that 2 are teenagers. One's, I believe, 12, maybe 13 already. But 2 girls and a boy, and now she's with a guy she's been with for over a year, and he's got 2 kids, and they're about similar in age, 2 boys, and they're all in some kind of different sports. And her son's in baseball, her son's in travel football. She's got a daughter in football. She's got another daughter who I believe plays volleyball and is also an art at Dreyfus as an art student, and so but just between all of them, and then the 2 that she's basically kind of adopted into her family.
5.
And I don't mean adopted, but they're very close. They're very tight knit. They play football, but I'm saying travel. So every day, every weekend, it's something between all the kids, and I'm just like, how? And she's a teacher, so she has to deal with all those kids. So I'm like, how do you do this? Like, where do you recharge your batteries? Where is that button? Where's the cord that you do to start you? It's, to me, when I'm talking our weekend and I try to
the liquor store.
Oh yeah,
it's a liquor store.
I know. Oh yeah, it's definitely wine. It definitely is. But when I'm like, how do you just continue to do it? And some people have it in them. And she, when you talk to her, it doesn't sound like it's a chore. It sounds like
it's a way of life.
She enjoys
it.
She's always on the fields doing something. It's to me, it just sounds exhausting.
You do it because you're a parent.
Of course.
And it's there, right? And it's part of you. Obviously, you're not doing it because you have to. You're doing it because you want to. You're doing it because
you love your kids.
Exactly. So that's why. And obviously, again, not to say that there aren't difficult moments, but you do. One of the good points of this. Of what Franny's talking about is do take that half hour, do take that hour a day to get away from everything else and have some me time. It is important, and I can understand, where some of these people are, get that from. And, you got to have that.
I think it's also harder today for people more and more in the last 15 years. A lot of families are divorced. So a lot of times it's, the kids are living with the mom. Not always. There are cases the kids are with the dad, but it's a lot on the mom.
Yeah, you want to talk about difficult time, single parenthood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
But that's the thing, like even with my sister-in-law, Christy, that even when it's the opportunity, like when their dad has the kids, she still goes to all the games.
That's correct.
It's not like, because I have friends who are parents and they're divorced too, and they take that time as their time off. Yeah. They take it when the kids are with dad, and it's like their time to do it. That's when they have their me me time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, anytime. When you're dating anybody, obviously, who have children, they're shared custody, your weekend might be, hey, you know what? They're with dad this weekend or they're, with mom. And then and if you don't have that opportunity, it's hard on relationships. It really is, because then you don't have any time. We had the kids for years, all the time. But like Jimmy said, it's part of life. You just go with it. And you love them. And when you love somebody, you'll do anything for them. 877-927-6969. If you guys had any little white lies you told over the years, let us know. Maybe personal or in work to get out of something. Also, got a costume party tonight I got to go to. It's getting later and later. Can I pick up a costume? I've had a couple of people help me out in our audience, which is great. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that.
We have another suggestion on the text line at 47142 as the most famous kicker for the Miami Dolphins. Number 5, Ray Finkel. He said you could play both parts.
Oh, there you go.
Do you remember Ray Finkel?
No, that I don't.
From
I don't think you've seen the movie.
Ace Ventura?
Oh, I didn't.
You never saw Ace Ventura?
Oh, I
the
saw
first one?
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't remember the kicker.
Laces out.
So Ray Finkel was also Lieutenant Einhorn, who was the female, and then to find out that she ended up being a dude. She was Ray Finkel, and then got a sex. That's what we're saying. So you could play both parts. You could be Lieutenant Einhorn, who was a very sexy female, and then you could put on a sweet mustache and be number 5 Ray Finkel, the kicker for the Dolphins.
Now let me ask you about that movie. I'm not remembering. You might too. Isn't one of the people from Friends in that movie? Or am I wrong?
Was Courtney Cox in that movie? No, I made that up. No,
I think she was.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
might have been.
She was. Yeah, Courtney Cox was.
Yeah. And she was in a Springsteen video too. She was a girl dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little Friends tie today with Matthew Perry. All right, so I'll think about that. I don't know about that.
All right.
But
just something to think about.
Yeah, I appreciate.
And they actually do sell on Amazon Ray Finkel jerseys, number 5. So yeah, you could probably get it in a couple days.
I need something for tonight. I could just be a football player, maybe. I got a couple jerseys or something like that.
I'll be the dolphin. I have the laugh down, so I can be the dolphin.
Perfect.
It's a classic. That is a classic. I love that laugh. Again, give us a call, 877-927-6969. I'm sorry, Jimmy.
Franny was talking about, parents want to be able to get away or have their own me time. One of the things that I'm sure a lot of parents out there have done is sending their kids to camp, and that can be a way to have some me time, at least for the summer. And it's something that's been talked about, and that might be considered something that's well worth a purchase. That's well worth the money. And I saw a list of things that were put up, and it was somebody was gathering. I think it was a Reddit thread that was showing like some things that were well worth the money. Somebody had wrote in that the Skyview app. Do you have that, Franny?
I don't.
Apparently, that's something that you have to pay for. I've seen some ones that are similar to that you can get free, but apparently somebody said that is well worth the money. How can anyone disagree with this best app on the market? So I might look into that to see how much that is, because I love those type things to see where the stars are and everything. Another person said that a purchase that's well worth the money, obviously, is spending money on a good mattress, as we all know, doing morning radio, or doing radio in general. Getting a good night's rest is well worth it, and well worth the money spending on a good mattress. Sorry, Greek, and this one is going to leave you out of it, but condoms, apparently they're less expensive than child support. Well, I can go with that.
That's true.
Yeah, that's well worth the money.
Yes.
These are things that are worth the money, purchases that are worth the money. This person wrote in a $60 bus ticket. He wrote a $60 bus ticket from New York City to where he lives now. Well worth it. Apparently, moving was
good thing for him.
Is the key there, right? Waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Do you have one, Franny? For the pool?
I do.
The pool area?
Yes.
Yeah, this person says that it's well worth a great purchase, well worth the money. He wrote, now I can play jams directly in the shower. Of course, there's other ways, using it by the pool or in the pool. You don't have to worry about it getting wet. Another person wrote in LASIK surgery.
That's probably one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah, there you go. Good quality work boots, knee pads, good knives.
Yes, knives are so worth it. Once you get a nice set of knives, when you use others, you're like, why have I not spent the money on these?
That's something that I'm going to look into. Do you have an insight on that?
I do. I have a few brands I really like, but I'll let you know. Global does it's a Global, but there's also other ones that do a nice job.
We'll talk about that off air, because I'm interested in that. Another person wrote in, and this is something that, again, when the opportunity's right, a Roomba. They hate doing vacuums, but they do like a clean home.
Especially if you got a golden retriever. Roomba is a lifesaver. Yep.
This is true. Dogs, yeah, in general. So give us a call, 877-927-6969. What purchases to you was well worth every penny? Jimmy at realradio921.com. I'll give you one that I recently found out, or recently was, within the past year and a half. A fast pass at the amusement park. Well worth every dime.
Yeah.
It is pricey. I get it. Usually about the same cost as the price of a ticket. So your ticket price is doubled. But I tell you what, well worth the money, in my opinion, to get through those lines real quick. Do you have a purchase that you would find? Well, Franny, you just mentioned it with the LASIK. Kind of went along those lines.
The LASIK and the Roomba are lifesavers. I mean, the LASIK, I wish I would have done that years ago. I don't know. I have to think. Yeah, because those are two big ones. How about you, G-Man?
Tired a month club?
Tired a month club? Yeah, I think that you're 100% right there. That was great. I should have done that. Any flat screen I bought, always worth it because you know what? Got hours and hours out of it. Enjoying it. A couple pool things I had that I just used to hang out that I missed, chairs that I would just hang out, and it was worth the money. Not expensive, but hours and hours of enjoyment. A Vega Fina cigar, that's worth the money. $7, and it's enjoyable to me. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that was worth the money. A home is worth the money. It's a lot of money, but it's good. It usually goes up in price, and it's always a great investment to have. Those are some of the things I can think of.
Here's one that's not crypto. Crypto. Talking about Venmo earlier. I bought $20 worth of crypto on there, I don't know, about 6-8 months ago or something like that. And it's more than half. It lost its value.
Yeah.
It's down to at least half of that.
Something that I did for the first time before it was always asking people to help. Professional movers, totally worth it.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, professional movers. When it comes to something basic, good toilet paper. Go the extra
true.
money.
Very true. Yep, it's worth it.
Go for the Charmin. Go for it, always. Yep.
877-927-6969. If you have anything to add to this list, love to hear it. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we have Borst checking in with us. Hey, Borst, what's going on, bub?
This is Forrest Gallon on
Forrest.
the State of the World today and the song recommendation.
Okay.
The song recommendation is Let There Be Rock by AC/DC.
All righty.
And the State of the World today is like a box of chocolate with extra nuts.
Thank you. Extra nuts.
I normally like Forrest, but I don't know. It's not good phone calls.
Seems a little weird.
Yeah.
Like maybe he had a cold today.
He's pushing it nuts.
Yeah. Well,
877-927-6969. Something that you purchased that you said, man, I bet you a lot of people would say a doorbell camera. They seem like they love it, and they can always watch who's coming in and out of their house. Not that expensive. It seems like no matter who I'm with, they're always checking their house. When I'm with them, which I am very surprised. I would think if you got an alert, but that'd be something that people might say was a great purchase. Maybe if you spent the night with a lady, you might say, hey, whatever I spent.
She was a good purchase.
Great purchase.
Yeah.
She was totally worth it.
Yeah. Is that cinnamon?
Frisbee, whoever her name is, 877-927-6969.
Grease, baby, it's me, Cinnamon.
Worth every penny. Worth every penny, let me tell you. Want to talk to Dave?
Sure.
Dave, welcome to the Penthouse. What's going on, pal?
Well, I love my wife, and the only other thing I cannot live without
yes,
is my butt bidet. They sell them for about $30 to $100. It butts onto your toilet. No more swamp butt.
Oh, Jesus.
Refresh. No, don't laugh. I'm dead serious.
Listen, I get it. Bidets are great.
It's better. I used to agree with Franny that a good quality toilet paper is at the top of the list, but this tops everything.
All right, well, we appreciate it.
Nice.
So now they make them where you can attach them to your toilet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you don't have to buy it. Like, you don't have to have a separate bidet.
Oh.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's actually like a seat.
Yeah, it's like an attachment that goes to the seat.
Oh,
Yeah.
just even that. It's not even the whole seat.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dave. We appreciate the participation today.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Care.
877-927-6969. If you have a purchase that was 100% worth it, let us know. Also, little lies that maybe you have told over the years that got you out of jams or spams. Certain things that maybe were a little like, I had to say that just to get out of it. Let us know about that. And Halloween costume, I got a Halloween costume party tonight. Strike Cigar Lounge, downtown Boca, where we do Greek screwdriver. Any suggestions of what I could be that maybe I would just have around the house? So I don't have to go out and buy something for about 3 to 4 hours. You guys let us know about that. We always appreciate it. Don't forget, you got 13 chances a day to win $1,000 in Red Zone revenue. That's going to come at you soon again. Who doesn't want $1,000 to win? You can do whatever. Buy some turkey. Maybe get tickets for Billy Joel. I think they went on sale today, pre-sale. He's going to be at Hard Rock on the 27th of January. Or maybe go down to a Dolphin game. Whatever you want to do, $1,000 could help you. Get started with Christmas. That's another thing you could do. Or maybe buy a turkey, because they said this year turkey is going to be very expensive. Whatever you want, it's your $1,000, and you could jump on it when you get this opportunity with the keyword, and then you know what? You're on your way. And what is it, Powerball tonight? $700 million?
$700 million.
$700 million.
Yeah.
Woo! You got to play at least one ticket. One ticket. $700 million tonight in Powerball. Franny, we got some Florida stories coming up. What do we have on the docket?
Yeah, we have a 14-year-old girl who was probably very popular for this, but it might end, well, let's just say she probably ended up in juvie for this. But the kids were like, man, you're awesome. Then we have a video at realradio921.com. This is where you just got to let Florida Fish and Wildlife handle this situation. You'll know what I'm talking about. And then somebody who had some drugs in his groin area. That and so much more coming your way in your What the Florida on Real Radio 92.1.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Plenty of sunshine to go around today with high temperatures in the low to middle 80s for this afternoon and a northwest wind about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear, comfortable, and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the middle and upper 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag. Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double stack junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken BLT plus 4-piece nugs, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. Includes choice of double stack JBC or crispy chicken BLT with 4-piece nugs, small drink, and fries. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better? Or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 29th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Trouble concentrating, recalling information is frustrating, embarrassing, and kills productivity. That's why Healthy Cell created Focus and Recall to boost your brain power. Unlike other supplements, Healthy Cell's Focus and Recall is not a pill. It's a gel you swallow with ultra absorption and science-backed ingredients to help you immediately sharpen focus, concentrate longer, and strengthen recall. Visit HealthyCell.com or use code RADIO for 20% off first order. Risk-free, love it, or your money back guaranteed. It's HealthyCell.com, code RADIO.
Navigating today's real estate market can be tricky. Interest rates are rising, but not as fast as rental rates, and home insurance is about to explode. And housing prices? They still haven't fallen much yet. Really? Not sure what to do? Get the professional advice you need. Call the crew from the Florida Talk Real Estate Show. Our team of experts have helped thousands of our listeners with buying a home, selling a home, getting a home loan, home insurance, and so much more. Call for a free consultation at 888-973-7828. FloridaTalkRealEstate.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace.
13 days of Halloween, Devil's Night.
Do not leave your house. Do not answer the door. If you hear a bump in the night, do not go investigate.
Season 3 of the horror fiction podcast presented in immersive 3D audio.
Oh my God, he's gonna get left behind. He's gonna spend the night out here.
Starring Carter Rockwood.
Are you kidding me? You know what night it is?
And Clancy Brown.
There are things in the night that would love to get their bony hands on a boy like you.
Listen to 13 Days of Halloween on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Football is back. Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Detroit. Great food and drink specials, including 225 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro games. Real radio swag and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lanes and Lounge, 929 14th Street in Vero Beach. See you there.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm your man, Steve Harvey, and I got some great news. Listen to me. For real, there are just 2 days left to enter to win. $7,000 a week for life from Publishers Clearinghouse. But you got to be in it to win it. Enter now at PCH.com. October 31st, the prize patrol could be at your house. Hurry, enter now at PCH.com. Don't miss your last chance to win $7,000 a week for life. Come on now. Enter at PCH.com.
No purchase necessary. Void or prohibited. Entries due 10/28. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
Bit busy on the roadways today. Accident at Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard at Village Boulevard. Look out for delays. Military Trail. We have a crash south of Southern Boulevard. Another accident. Gateway at Military Trail. And you will find delays due to a wreck. Haverhill at Okeechobee Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
It takes several sources of energy to bring you energy. There's natural gas, nuclear, solar, and another source that's, well, pretty darn special. Florida Power and Light.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney. 747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Rover's Morning Glory wants you to score some Red Zone revenue. Win $1,000 now. Radio921.com. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
How
Jimmy Long. Practical. Oy vey.
Ken Bokamper was also in that movie.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Thank you always, the audience, for getting involved with us. Always appreciate everything you guys bring to the table, whether it is the callback line, you call us, text us, or email Jimmy. Always appreciate you guys being involved with the Penthouse on a Wednesday and every day. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, excuse me, and good afternoon, Francis.
Hello and good afternoon, Dre.
And it's time for a trifecta. I mean,
I'm like, okay,
Florida.
you want me to do that?
Florida.
Did you say
Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, I was out on Monday and Jimmy handled What the Florida so well, but I'm going to do a repeat just because I teased it. It looks like there was this 14-year-old girl who gave $10,000 worth of stolen money to her classmates. Now, when I was a kid, I was trying to become, and I did, president of my school.
Oh, congratulations.
In the 5th grade. And I got them by giving kids pixie sticks. Now, if I would have given cold hard cash, I probably would have won that like landslide.
Of course.
But
vote for Francis.
Who?
Francis.
So yeah, this 14-year-old girl caused a stir in this middle school because she handed out more than $10,000 of stolen money. It looks like Marion County deputies responded to Lake Weir Middle School in Summerfield after reports that a student was giving classmates hundreds of dollars each. Can you imagine? Oh boy. They searched the girl's backpack and found about $2,500. So she was already $7,500 deep. They said that an unknown former student had given her the money. Investigators said they later determined that the girl had broke into her grandmother's home safe and stole about $13,500 of the woman's life savings.
That's sad.
Yeah.
But she does have a future in politics.
Yeah,
She knows how to get a vote.
Yeah.
Pay people off.
The arrest report says why the girl allegedly took the money, doesn't say why, or why she gave it to her classmates. I think she was just trying to be cool, right? Well, they recovered about $700 of the money that had been handed out to the other students. That money and the $2,500 recovered from the girl's backpack were returned to the grandmother. The girl is now facing a grand theft charge at 14 years old. So what happened with the rest? The kids just spend it really quick.
They probably got it out. They said, we're not giving it back.
Yeah.
They blew it.
Oh my goodness. You would think that they would go around to all the kids and like shake them up for money.
It might, like you said, maybe they spent it.
Yeah.
And some kids might have been like, I'm not giving it back.
Maybe not. And then, there was a gentleman who got pulled over in Florida. And the reason why is because he was going 55 and a 35 in a construction zone. And he also, during that time, almost hit a unmarked patrol car. Well, that's when they decided we got to pull this guy over. And this was in the Palm Coast area. So during the traffic stop, they noticed before they walked up to the window of the car that it was rocking back and forth. It's like, wow, you gotta be moving in there to make it rock back and forth.
Somebody's having sex?
They said, yeah, rapidly. And they were like, all right, what's going on? So they went up, investigated. They spotted a large blade sheath tucked between the driver's seat and center console. They also said that the driver appeared very nervous when asked to step out of the car. He opened the door. A piece of burnt tinfoil consistent with drug use was in a little pocket. They say the mat pocket, as well as a large butcher knife, which was on the floorboard. You think this guy would have enough time to like shove everything underneath his car seat? Instead, he chose to rock back and forth.
He had a lot going on.
He told the cops that huge butcher's knife was used for cutting sod. I don't know. I've never cut sod. Maybe that's a tool you use to cut sod. I don't know. Butcher knife?
Sod's tough to cut.
Mm-hmm. Also, when they were doing a search of the defendant, they felt a solid object near his groin area.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Is that a salami?
It was not a salami. Yeah, the solid object ended being a little metal tin where there was some plastic baggies in there, and they were tucked into his underwear. And they found meth and traces of fentanyl. A search of the vehicle also turned up to have more drug paraphernalia, all kinds of things to do drugs in. Green tube, burn it with, they said, a red straw, all this white powder residue. So they said that the body cam footage showed the interaction between the officer and the suspect. And you could tell that they were familiar with each other because the deputy was like, you again?
What's up, bro?
Question. Yeah. How you been? Like, really? Yeah. So
Want to buy some cookies?
It looks like Horton was arrested and booked into the Sheriff Perry Hall inmate detention facility on a total of 6 charges, including felonies of evidence tampering, possession of fentanyl, possession of meth, and possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. If I did not say it earlier, this guy has been arrested already 4 times this year, and it looks like 9 times since 2017.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah, he made bail again, so now he's out. And then, just because this guy said his coworker was difficult to work with, this is his reasoning for doing this. This happened at a Florida Dollar General. They had security cams everywhere, and this guy still did it. Jerome Ellis was arrested on charges of poisoning food or water and tampering with evidence after video shows him pouring bleach into his coworker's can of Pepsi. He said Ellis and the victim reportedly got into an argument that day. The victim told police he believed Ellis was holding a grudge against him, but he doesn't know why. So he was drinking a Pepsi, the victim. He put it down on the counter and walked away. Bar, work, wherever. You shouldn't leave a drink open and away from anybody. You got to be careful. Well, when he did, I guess this Ellis dude decided to take some bleach and pour it in his Pepsi. So when he came back, he took a drink, noticed right away that it tastes like bleach or cleaning supplies. Deputies, he called the cops. They arrived to the store. Video surveillance showed him pouring bleach into the Pepsi can while he was in the bathroom. He went, he wiped off, they said, the can, and then walked away. And then came back, the video shows, and spit inside of the Pepsi. Oh, my God. So I guess the bleach wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
Uh-huh.
He's got a lot of anger.
Video footage also shows him attempting to unplug the camera system once he found out that he was being filmed.
Should have did that first.
He should have done that first. Well, he should have just known, right, that he was getting filmed. When confronted about the footage, he told deputies that he put some cleaning solution around the brim, whatever, but it wasn't on purpose, because he was just kind of pouring it and just splashed in there. Well, the video shows a completely different story, and he got booked into the Volusia County Jail. And that is your What the Florida.
Thank you, Francis. Always appreciate it. We do it at 11:05, 105. You guys give us the information, and guess what? We give it back to you every single time. It is the Penthouse. We got some WWGD. We also, I know we got a couple people on hold. We'll get to you right after our commercial break. We'll be back. Peace.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Still warm through this afternoon with temperatures in the lower to middle 80s under sunny skies across the area and a northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the lower middle 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag. Wendy's Biggie Bag is still just $5. Get a double stack junior bacon cheeseburger or crispy chicken BLT plus 4-piece nugs, small fries, and a small drink. Grab your bag at Wendy's today. Includes choice of double stack JBC or crispy chicken BLT with 4-piece nugs, small drink, and fries. U.S. price and participation may vary. Prices may be higher in Alaska and Hawaii.
What Would Greek Do is brought to you by Monroe's of Palm Beach.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hayes the Greek for Strike Cigar Lounge, home of Greek Cigar 2022. Upscale cigar lounge, downtown Boca Raton. A humidor with over 500 cigars to choose from. Stop into the lounge or the patio to enjoy a perfect atmosphere with friends. Handmade cocktails, premier liquors, great place to enjoy friends or any sporting event. It's Greek's Gridiron 2022, and Strike Cigar Lounge is the home. Puff, puff, baby. Strike Cigar Lounge. Get there today. Peace.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
NetSpend All Access Account. Get the account designed for your everyday mobile banking needs. Banking services provided by and account established by Pathward NA. Member FDIC. Deposit account opening is subject to registration and ID verification. Terms and costs apply.
Help DEA keep our community safe and healthy by participating in National Prescription Drug Takeback Day, October 29th. Find a collection site near you at DEATakeback.com. Do your part to lower overdose deaths and prevent drug misuse before it starts.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Football is back. Come on out to the Vero Bowl this Sunday for our next Miller Lite watch party of the season as Miami takes on Detroit. Great food and drink specials, including 225 Miller Lite drafts during all live pro games, real radio swag, and a chance to win a pair of tickets to an upcoming Fins game. Kickoff is at 1 p.m. Vero Bowl Lanes and Lounge, 929 14th Street in Vero Beach. See you there.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market, one of my favorite spots, where great meals begin. If you love to eat well, Joseph's Classic Market has it all. Fresh produce, meats, seafood, deli, pizza, bakery, and prepared foods. And Joseph's offers catering for all special events. Boca Raton, Delray, and Palm Beach Gardens. Joseph's Classic Market is also hiring for all positions. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin, proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron. I don't start a day without going to Joseph's Classic Market. Peace.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
This report is streamed live on our iHeartRadio app. Download it now.
Bit busy on the roadways today. Accident at Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard at Village Boulevard. Look out for delays. Military Trail. We have a crash south of Southern Boulevard. Another accident. Gateway at Military Trail. And you will find delays due to a wreck. Haverhill at Okeechobee Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Want to save big on new blinds? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Shop Blindster now and save 45% off any order. Just use the code RADIO. Offer ends soon. Shop today. Blindster.com.
Tired of the news about how everything is costing more?
Everything is stubbornly high.
Us too. That's why we made the iHeartRadio app absolutely free. When you download the free iHeartRadio app, you have the radio stations you love at your fingertips whenever you want, wherever you want. Along with millions of podcasts from the news you crave to the true crime series you can't resist. Playlists to fit any mood or podcasts you'll love.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
I'm starting to second guess these people who brag about bidets. Now, I get it. It's like cleaning your butt after taking a shower, okay? But what in God's name is coming out of them every day that they gotta spray a garden hose on their butthole to clean it? I'm 46 years old. For most of my life, I've been using toilet paper. Seem to do just fine.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot no deputy. Ah-cha-cha-cha-cha. If Francis Pomprier Brown was a dessert, she would be cookies and cream. Hot.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, listening to those talk backs, you were undeniably tuned into The Penthouse. I don't know what other show you would hear anything like that. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in on a Wednesday. This is a WWGD day, which means, I don't know, in about 20 minutes we'll find out what Greek would do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hello and good afternoon. This is Francis. Of course, we have Jimmy with us.
Hello, and good afternoon.
And we have you with us. You are the fourth member of the Penthouse. You can always leave a talk back. That is a voice message. You just have to go to that free iHeartRadio app, and you're going to search for Real Radio 921. Hit that microphone icon, and just like that, you can leave us a message. And of course, we have G-Man in the house with us. And speaking of, I have a couple of text messages. Some are directed towards Greek, but one is directed towards Jimmy. The text line is 47142. Start off with Real Radio. And we were talking about something that's worth the money.
Oh, I got an email on that too.
Yeah.
So.
And we have something that's worth the money, internet service and a computer. I think Jimmy will agree the porn alone makes it worth it.
Bingo. Every dime. Why do you think I got it originally?
Right.
Back in the 1800s.
Oh, yeah. And then what else you got? Because the other ones are costumes for G-Man, and I don't want him to miss out on them.
Well, we got this email that wrote in, Jimmy@realradio921.com is that email if you want to participate, but things worth the money. And I agree with a lot of these. Lube, it's worth it for no chafing. I agree. 800%.
The chafing, all right.
Sex toys, all of them, worth it.
Okay.
Yep. Enemas, can't put a price on a clean colon. How about alcohol? Can't go wrong, no matter the price. I don't know about that, though, because there are some alcohols that you spend a lot of money on.
They're not so good, but
But, and again, everybody to each their own. STD tests, it's worth the cash to figure out why your crotch is burning. And finally, whipped cream, definitly worth it.
The good stuff. You want to get the good stuff. I totally understand.
There you go. Things that are worth the money.
I also have a good pair of Bausch and Lomb. Is that how I say Bausch and Lomb? Bausch and Lomb Zoom binoculars are worth every penny. They're great for looking at the moon, planets, galaxies, and other heavenly bodies, especially the heavenly bodies suntanning at the community pool.
Bingo.
That's
nice.
Hugh Jazz.
Nice, Hugh.
Hugh Jazz comes up with a lot
It really does.
He's great.
And then, G, we have some ideas for you. We have Greek in the house, in the Penthouse. Somebody said that you should go as Matt Foley, the motivational speaker, the one who lives in a van down by the river.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And then another one is Greek should dress up like a hibachi chef and call yourself Benihana.
Benihana. Yeah. I did get that in a text earlier by one of my friends.
Yes.
Go as one of the chefs at Benihana.
There
Thank
you go.
Great minds think alike.
Mm-hmm.
877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved in the program. Jimmy, we have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we got Ted on the line. Ted, welcome to Is this still Ted?
Yes, it's Ted Nugent. I'm calling. Be doing some turkey hunting over in Lake Okeechobee. Y'all are invited. We're going to be using nunchucks. I know it's a little off, but we need a challenge. I was practicing. Darn thing swung back, hit me in the nutsack.
Thank you, Ted. Appreciate it.
I ain't going turkey hunt with you then.
No.
You're no good at it.
Yeah, Ted, you sound like you might have had a little bit of a mishap. That's not good. 877-927-6969. Give us a call if you have something on the table you want to ask us, or maybe little lies that you said, or something that you purchased that you said it's definitely worth the money. If you got a bad headache, maybe aspirins.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe this is worth the money to you, but maybe it's not. To me, it's absolutely not. And I'm talking about the worst Halloween candy ranked, and this is this year's Halloween candy. Now, forever it has been candy corn at number 1. Somebody has taken over the top spot, and
candy corn has been dethroned.
It has, and I agree with this. I absolutely agree with this. I think this is one of the worst candies ever made. I don't know why it has not hit the number 1 spot. Our boy Dano, who used to be on Real Radio, he actually liked these. I can't. Jimmy, I know you've seen this. Do you want to guess what they are?
I thought I did see this article.
Did you?
So I don't think it'd be fair. I don't want to cheat.
Okay. What do you think you saw on it?
Was it the peanuts?
The circus peanuts.
Yeah, there you go.
The circus peanuts up 1 spot from last year. They were number 2. Now they're ranked the number 1 worst Halloween candy. Of course, candy corn is at number 2. I don't despise candy corn. I rather have something else, but it's not like when I eat it, I'm like, ooh, this is gross.
Yeah.
It's just not my favorite.
Yeah.
Not even close to it. Peanut butter kisses. Help me with that.
I don't know what they are.
I don't either.
They're like the little Hershey's Kisses.
But they're peanut butter?
But there's peanut butter in them. I've seen them. They're orange and like gold wrapper instead of the silver wrapper.
Okay, so I know the ones, and this is what they're saying. They're plain orange or black wrapper. And I didn't know they were called peanut butter kisses. So that's the one I'm thinking about. They're either orange or black. And they've been around forever.
Yeah, you just unwrap it and you throw it in your mouth.
Is that what you do? Thank you for telling me how to eat it.
In case you wanted to know.
Yes. So that is at number 3. Same thing. I like them. Not my favorite. Not like I eat them and I'm like, these are terrible.
I wouldn't put on because it's chocolate. Everybody loves chocolate. I wouldn't put on the top 3.
I'm surprised anything
It's not chocolate.
Oh no?
No. It's just that. It's just it looks like caramel, but it's a chewy candy and it's peanut butter flavored.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know what I'm talking about? It's in like a wax paper. It's either orange or black wax paper.
No, not
I've been
very-
around forever. There's no label on it. There's no name or anything on it. The Nico wafers are at number 4. These are the worst. Wax Coke bottles. I get it. As a kid, I thought they were cool, but no, they taste terrible. They taste like wax. Smarties. I think Smarties are delicious. You don't like Smarties?
Oh,
Yeah.
you like Smarties? No.
Yeah. I dig Smarties.
It's like sugar cubes.
Yeah, which is great. Mary Jane's at 7.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Mary Jane's. Don't they? Isn't that like taffy? Or am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
On a
It's like a
stick?
chewy peanut butter and molasses taffy.
Yeah, on a stick though, right?
No, you're thinking sugar daddies.
Oh, yeah, Boca tonight.
See, but I like a sugar daddy. That's like caramely flavored.
Yeah. Mary Jane's though, I know what they're I don't like those.
Yeah. Tootsie Rolls.
Really?
Yep.
Man, who doesn't love a good Tootsie Roll at the end of the day?
Black licorice at number 9 and Good and Plenty at number 10.
Yeah, that was always one of the least favorite.
I don't dig them. Well, they taste like black licorice, which is at number 9.
I think that's why,
Yeah.
right? You know?
My husband likes those. Every now and then he gets the Good and Plenty. I'm not a fan.
There was another Good and Plenty box too. That was different ones, like different flavors, raspberry, green.
Well, there was the licorice ones, and then there was one that was more like
Cherry.
like a fruit flavor.
You're right.
Okay.
You know. Yep.
And they were still called Good and Plenty, or was
Yeah.
it another name?
No, it was Good and Plenty. I
Really?
remember Jimmy's right. Fruit flavors like green, lime, cherry, raspberry, all that stuff. I always like to get those at the movies on a good week, of course.
I thought Good and Plenty only came in that one pink and purple box.
No, I think it came in the other one too, with the fruit one. I think. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a big candy guy.
You could be right. They're called Good and Fruity.
Good and fruity, that's it. I knew there was something different. I was trying to find it, and I couldn't.
So they're Good and Fruity, not Good and Plenty.
All right.
Yeah, that's why.
All right, good and fruity, good and plenty, whatever.
Well, I can say, here are the talkbacks now.
Oh yeah.
Tutti Frutti.
Yeah.
Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti likes the good and fruity. Save it. I already did the joke.
It is the Penthouse, and it is a Wednesday. We're going to come back with a trifecta. Going to be on Instagram. We're going to show you how we do it. You can always check us on our Real TV, sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. And we're going to come back with some WWGD. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Go on, tell it. Show that damn thing who's boss.
Halloween's almost here, and iHeartRadio wants you to celebrate with free Halloween fun at Little Screen. Join iHeartRadio in the city of Lake Worth Beach Friday, October 28th at Bryant Park and enjoy safe trunk-or-treating. Check out the Florida Panthers Kids Zone, contest with spooktacular prizes, and a beautiful fireworks display, and more. It's free Halloween fun for the whole family at Little Screen. Friday, October 28th at Bryant Park in Lake Worth Beach. More info at lakeworthbeachfl.gov. And powered by WPTV News Channel 5 and iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Still warm through this afternoon with temperatures in the lower to middle 80s under sunny skies across the area and a northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the lower middle 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Audible. This fall, find everything you love listening to on Audible. From memoirs and true crime to celebrities and sci-fi. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
This week I paid a visit to my favorite place because I know when I leave, I'm going to be all set up to feeling and looking fabulous. Hey, this is Franny, and that place is Begin a New Med Spa. It was that time to get Botox from the best in the biz. Nicole, one of their nurse practitioners. Her technique and the results I get from her are flawless. I'm telling you, you are in incredible hands. And it was time for me to re-up on my peptides. These peptides are magic. With healthy eating and working out, I was getting good results. But putting peptides into my regimen made my results great. I feel so much stronger, I have more muscle definition, and my body has noticeably leaned out. If you want to look and feel your best at any age, just like I do, go to beginanewmed.com. Not only can you check out all of their services, like testosterone replacement therapy, IV therapy, ED treatments, and all their weight loss programs, just to name a few, but that's where you can book your consultation today. That's beginanewmed.com, beginanewmed.com.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-504-8609 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-504-8609. That's 800-504-8609. What do you have to lose? Call 800-504-8609. Again, 800-504-8609.
When you're an innovative business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity. What will you do with it? Will you make something better or or create something new. Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe there's an innovator in all of us. For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel vPro that's built for business, call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
What's for dinner? Burgers?
After last week, no thanks.
Avoiding foods due to fear of diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools? It may not be just stomach issues. It could be EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency. EPI can cause uncomfortable symptoms because it's a condition where the pancreas doesn't release enough digestive enzymes to break down food. But EPI can be managed. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor about your symptoms. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hi, I'm Lisa Booth for Bishop Gold Group. Federal Reserve recent announcements is putting the country on course for a deep recession. That means wild swings in the markets and high inflation will continue to put your retirement savings at risk. Protect the money you worked so hard to save for retirement by investing in gold. Let Bishop Gold Group show you how tangible gold investments can help secure your future. Dial pound 250 from a mobile phone and say the keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
From the Racetrack Traffic Center.
West Palm Beach, we are seeing delays. Accident, Haverhill at Vilma Lane. This is just south of Okeechobee Boulevard. And we do have a crash, Military, with backups south of Southern Boulevard. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
This is Ben Ferguson. And this is Ted Cruz. Together we do our podcast, Verdict with Ted Cruz, 3 times a week. Want to know what's iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yeah, the Tutti Frutti right fielder, Little Leaguer, should go to Halloween costume as Betty Hanna, not Benny Hanna, because he's a Tutti Frutti. Tutti Frutti right fielder, Little Leaguer is what he is. A Tutti Frutti. Betty Hanna. Tutti Frutti.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Jimmy, who do you like tomorrow? Ravens or Tampa Bay? You called it.
Didn't see it coming.
It is The Penthouse on a great Wednesday. Hope you guys are having a good time and enjoying yourself. Don't forget, Red Zone revenue coming at you 13 times a day to win $1,000. And if you win, you can take a whole bunch of friends to Benihana. Who doesn't want to do that? Jimmy's in house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is here.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm sorry, Franny. Go. I just totally stepped all over Franny's intro.
It's okay.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
The big question in New York is, will the Yankees sign Mr. Judge? Hopefully he does sign with the Yankees.
Oh, heavens, yes.
Okay, thank you. Now I feel good. We're going to see what happens with him. He's got to meet with Steinbrenner, the owner. And there are rumors that Boone and Cashman are coming back. It said a couple weeks ago. Said a couple weeks ago that they were both going to get blown out for Mattingly and Jeter. But again, just everything happens up there, and you never know what's going to happen. But hopefully, I don't want to see him on the Red Sox. No, I can't see that. They should sign the guy. He's a real Yankee. He's been with the organization for years. I think you sign him. Lakers are 0-3, and they are a lot of trouble, and they are shooting so bad from the three-point range. LeBron, Davis, and Westbrook are shooting together like about 21%. Why they take three-pointers, I don't know. Never gets old. We will see if they get their first W of the week tonight. I don't know what's going to happen or not. And a lot of people feel Gronk should come back. to Tampa Bay. They need him desperately, and that's what Tom Brady needs. He doesn't need Giselle. He needs his boy Gronk. First time that Brady's not playing with Gronk in years, and they say Gronk's not coming back. He's very happy, but you never know. And again, as bad as Tampa is, they're 3-4. They're in first place in their division, and that's all you got to worry about in the NFL. And then if you get in the playoffs, you get hot, and then you know what? Kiss it, baby. You never know what could happen. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Peace.
All right. Well, the last trifecta of the day on a Wednesday means that it is time for WWGD. That's where you send us emails and specifically what you're looking for as advice from the G-Man. That's what WWGD stands for, is what would Greek do?
Get ready for WWGD. What would Greek do?
You didn't even let me get it out of my mouth.
I know.
Can you believe people ask this guy for advice?
I mean, you rub it hard enough, something's gonna happen.
I mean, really?
I'm never going to Super Bowl again. I made that contradiction last year.
What?
What?
Seriously?
Because I put myself before you.
It's WWGD.
All right. Now we are doing our first WWGD live on our Instagram. So if you find Real Radio 921, that's at Real Radio 921, you will hear this email from Jake, and you will look at G-Man right now. Say hi to the people, G.
Peace.
We are live. Peace.
Thank you. WWGD, let's go it.
Let's go it.
Let's go it.
All right, hold on. We're checking connection
It's
here.
the guy you're asking advice from.
Yep, and you are now.
You don't have to speak good English to give good advice, do you?
That's true. All right. So we have started live at Real Radio 921 on Instagram, and we are going to start with Jake's email. So Jake emails in and is like, it's Halloween. And my girlfriend told me she wants to be a sexy nurse. Well, last year she was a sexy cheerleader. And I ended up in a fight with a guy who had too much to drink. Yep. Well, I said to her, can we please this year maybe take it down a notch? I don't want to get in another fight this year. She said it's all in just good fun, and I just don't know how to have a good time, and I'm always on pins and needles all night long. G-Man, he's not excited about going out with her, dressed all sexy. What would Greek do?
You got to go. You have no choice. If you tell her not to dress sexy, she's still going to get mad. She's not wearing a turtleneck. This is who she is. Don't stop her. It's one night, and maybe she'll drink a little bit too much, and you can end the night early, or she'll just sit in the corner. But don't try to stop her, because she's telling you already she's not going to do it. She likes to do it. And Halloween, Franny has said this for years, it's a night that girls can dress like a little Scoostamad, and nobody cares, because they get a little pass on Halloween. So I would just ride with it and have a good time, and maybe when you come home, you really let her show you her moves. That's it. Take out the whipped cream and mayonnaise. Do whatever you got to do.
All right. How about peace? Jimmy, we'll move over to you. Jimmy, what do you think?
I'm same thing. Yeah, just go ahead and be proud of what you have there. Obviously, you got a good girl there. So she didn't do anything wrong, and people are going to admire a good-looking woman. So just, enjoy it for what it's worth. I know jealousy can creep in a little bit, but try not to. Try to let that go. And, somebody starts, getting drunk and loud and everything, maybe then leave. But
yeah, remove yourself, right?
Yeah, get yourself away from that situation. But don't get in a fight. It's not worth it. And be proud of what you have there.
All right. Well, looks like G-Man and Jimmy are on the same page here for WWGD. Going live on Instagram. We'll go live for one more. How about that? And then my hand's getting tired.
All right, that's it.
And we have Brian who writes in. And Brian's friends, he owes him $3,400. And I guess it's been for about 11 months he's owed him this money. And he says it's affecting their relationship. He said to me that he'd give me $200 a month until it's paid. Or he was going to borrow $2,000 from his girlfriend. And it says, or he can borrow, or he would borrow $2,000 from his girlfriend. Greek, he wants to know, because he was saying, and then we'll be even after that, even though he owes him $3,400.
Squash the bet. Squash the...
Greek, would you take the deal?
Yeah, take the deal. Take the $2,000 you can get.
Which deal?
I would take the $2,000 now, because $200 a month is a long time. That's almost, whatever, it's going to be 16 months. You got to wait. I wouldn't want $200. I'd take $2,000, just forget it. He might not get anything, but if he can get $2,000, take it and learn a lesson. Don't lend money to friends. I'd rather have the $2,000 in my pocket than wait for $200. Because the $200 you might not even see, and that's a long time, 16 months.
All right, Jimmy?
To me, either way, you're not guaranteed the money. If you're guaranteed all of it, I would go for that. That's just my own personal opinion. I'd take the $200 a month.
Yeah, because then this guy might start. Now he's going to have to owe to his girlfriend.
Yeah,
well, you don't care about his girlfriend.
I know, but he's like in this vicious. It's just this vicious cycle that this guy's going in. But I guess if you want your money back, I don't know.
It's not his problem who he borrows it from. Just get the cash in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, if his girlfriend's nice enough to lend it to him, take the $2,000, and then just don't lend him any more money.
All right. A lot of us people on Facebook or on Instagram, at Real Radio 921, were like, if you give up money to your friend, just don't expect it back. That's an unfortunate way of people always thinking. Yeah,
every time.
Yep. Unfortunately. And then finally, we have Gina who writes in. And so Gina, well, she's been seeing one of her brother's friends.
Oh, that's nice.
No, what's not nice is the brother's friend is married.
Oh, that's not nice.
Yeah, that's not nice. So I guess last week Gina told him that they have to end things. And he was like, well, now he's telling me he loves me and he wants to leave his wife. Sounds like the same song and dance a lot of people say. She's like, this is such a mess and my fault. I need to go to my brother and tell him what's going on. He's going to freak out. If it comes out, I will really look bad. G-Man, she wants to know, how should she explain it to him? What would Greek do?
The truth. I mean, it's not a good situation. She's admitting it. She knows she's wrong. We all make mistakes, but I think it's better that she tells her brother than he finds out. That's going to be worse. And then he's going to call her screaming at her and go, what are you doing? You're messing around my friend and she's married? You look like a real skoostamad. She should tell him and just... She wasn't honest before, but be honest now. Because you don't want to be in this big scandal and everybody's going to talk about her. And if the kid ends up leaving, it's a mess. But she owes it to her brother to be honest with him. It's his friend. And you know what? You don't want people, like I said, at least the whole thing's a mess and it's done. You're down $72,000 one night playing blackjack, but don't make it $75,000. Tell your brother. You gotta. No choice, but tell him the truth.
All right. What about you, Jimmy? What do you think?
Well, apparently you're asking how to do it, and I would just try to do it alone so no one else is around, and just, be kind and gentle and put it in a good tone. I mean, I don't know if these are all the right ways of saying it, but try to break it to him easy. If he likes a glass of wine to relax a little bit first, maybe do it that way.
Give him a Valium or something.
Yeah, drug him,
Maybe so he won't remember after you tell him.
Yeah, I mean, you already know he's going to freak out. I mean, just try to minimize the damage as best as you think would help with him. I don't know him. I don't know how he reacts. If he's an overreacting type of person, maybe you want somebody around in a case like that so he doesn't do anything violent. But that's obviously you're already making the right decision in telling him. Just try to find the smoothest way possible, and really only you can answer that.
All right.
It's not good.
No, it's not.
It's pretty messy.
It's going to be, there's going to be a lot of drama around it. And, now that you've kind of decided and got your morals back to you and we're like, I don't want to do this anymore, it's probably a little too late.
Let's see. Can you lie and say you didn't know he was married? Is that possible?
I don't know.
That's possible.
I don't know the circumstances around it.
Maybe, if he's a friend of your brother, I have a feeling you would know that information.
Who knows?
I mean, she could say, you know what? He told me he was leaving her. He wasn't happy. I know I shouldn't have went out with him. I mean, whatever. But Jimmy makes good points. Make sure you talk to him in a way where you two, knowing we don't know him, and just be honest. Say, look, I wasn't honest in the beginning, but now I'm going to be honest. I messed up.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
And come out saying that, right? Come out saying,
it's my fault.
Look, I know I was wrong on
She
this
says
one.
that. She says, I know I'm wrong.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong on this one. I just want you to know we dated, we did this, blah, 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 but we're breaking it off. I'm breaking it off. No more. And I want to move on.
All right. Well, there you go, Gina. And Jake and Brian, good luck if you ever want to seek the advice of Greek. And of course, Jimmy, you can always email us. That's jimmy@realradio921.com.
Want to take a phone call?
Sure.
All right, we got our buddy Paul Lynn checking in with us from heaven. Hey, Paul, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Greek, come over to my Halloween party. It's a pimp and hoe party. You'll be the pimp, and I'll be the hoe. Oh!
Oh, wow. Sounds awesome.
Doesn't sound great.
Hey, what if you don't go? I'm going.
I might go there after strikes tonight.
Nice. Next up, we got Freddie Covers checking in with us. Hey, Fred, what's going on, pal?
What's going on, gang?
You, Freddie. How are you, pal?
What is it? I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Greg. What is a skoostamash, and how do you spell that?
Skoosta and then mod. Look it up.
What?
Skoosta mod's like a side piece. A side piece of the Italian language.
Does that come with, butterscotch topping and nuts and, cherries? Or
No, usually lasagna.
You get one with nuts, send it back.
Scoustamage, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Not mosh.
Scoustamade.
Yeah, scoustamade. It's like girlfriend on the side. It's big in a lot of villages.
Okay. How do you spell that?
Scoustamade.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, Freddie. You're asking the wrong person.
Did you see that story out of Texas where this janitor's been urinating into fellow employees' water bottles?
Yeah, I saw
It
that.
is not funny. It is disgusting.
Yeah, Freddie.
It is disgusting. The woman got an STD from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she claims, and the doctor said was possible but unlikely. I mean, wow, what is this guy?
Well, it wasn't just the urine. He was rubbing his junk all over the top of the water bottle, so that's how she could have gotten the STDs.
Sure. It was after school, right? Yeah. And he would go into her office.
Yeah, I read the article on it, and then the next day, apparently, video of it came out. So, I mean, not that it was released, but apparently there's video evidence as well.
Mm-hmm.
God, talk about your after-school special. Ugh. What is wrong with people? I mean, did these people exist 30, 40 years ago? Is it just social media that's bringing us to the forefront? I mean, I just don't ever remember.
Fast food. A lot of craziness happens. This country is whacked out. You know there's a lot of wackos every day.
He probably could have had a Scoutamash. That probably would have helped him.
Scoustamade.
Come on, Fred.
My God. My God. Am I going to teach you everything? Jesus.
Yes, you do. So, do you think Brady's regretting not going into retirement?
No, I don't think he is. I really don't think so. I mean, obviously they're having a bad season, but they've had some injuries. But like I said all day in the trifecta, they're in first place still in their division. As bad as they are, 3-4, they're in first place. They get a couple guys back. I think they could still win their division. And if he gets to the playoffs, he gets hot. Who knows what could happen?
Well, I think they're going to be in trouble. I mean, Ryan Jensen, Pro Bowl center's out.
Yep.
Obviously had a retirement on, right guard as well.
Gronk.
So, and then, yep. So you've got, and then Tristan Wirfs has been hurt. He's, shoulder, knee, ankle. Shaq Barrett, obviously, he's gone.
Well, a lot of these guys.
That's a lot of talent there.
Yeah, same thing with Rodgers. I mean, Rodgers lost Adams, 65% of their offense, and the same thing with Brady. He has a lot of injuries on his team. It's not just him. And if he had those guys, I'm sure they would have a better record. At least maybe one more win or two. They lost They lost 2 games by 2-point conversions. Both of them, Pittsburgh and Green Bay, 14-12 in 2018.
Well, see, maybe because he lost his Scoutamash.
Scoustamade?
What the problem is?
I don't think he was cheating. There has been no rumors about him and Giselle having anybody who was, not being faithful. That I could tell you.
No, I imagine there's a lot of temptation in the league, but from all the looks that we've seen,
there's temptation every day for every single person out there, let alone superstars and women throwing themselves at them or men throwing themselves at women. I mean, it's there every day. You have to be able to say no, and you're in a committed relationship. And if you don't want to do that, then don't be in a committed relationship. I've never heard anything about Brady cheating anywhere.
No, I haven't either.
Not even during all these rumors swirling about their divorce.
No. Nothing at all. Even Bridget Monahan.
His love is football. That's what it is.
Yeah, even Bridget Monahan, when they broke up, I mean, she's even said, you know what? After the fact we broke up is when I found out I was pregnant, and they ended up having the child together. And supposedly they have a good relationship. She posted something yesterday, too. Not all things are meant to be mended. And I guess she was talking about herself and maybe her love for Tom Brady. But I've never heard about Brady painting outside the lines. He's not around a lot, but he's playing football.
Well, you never hear anything about him peeing in water bottles either, so that's, I guess, a good thing.
Well, we hope you don't hear that about anybody. That's a bad thing, Freddie. What's wrong with you today? We're going to put you in a corner. My God, bringing this story up.
I've got my pointy hat. I'm ready to go.
All right. You're in the corner, Freddie. You got a timeout. You can call the Greek zone.
I'm going to look up Scoutamash.
All right, Scoustamade, Freddie. Stay out of trouble.
Scoustamade?
I'll see you in the pumpkin patch later.
All right. The great pumpkin has arrived.
You got it, Freddie. Thanks for everything. Thank you guys for everything today, for listening to Real Radio. So great to be back with everybody again. You got 13 chances a day to win $1,000 in a Red Zone revenue. That's going to come at you in a few minutes. Jimmy, thanks for all your help. behind the scenes and doing the contest and everything you bring to the table every single day. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Greek. Thank you very much, Franny. Always a pleasure working with you guys. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Franny, for coming in. We missed you. We're glad you're feeling 100% better. Thanks for all the hard work you do with the blog, with the Instagram, with WWGD, with it all. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you very much, G-Man, Jimmy. And thank you out there for always tuning in and participating on that text line, the talk back, even when we go live on Instagram. Make sure you follow us at Real Radio 921. And I am sure you are anticipating these amazing parting words from Greek.
A man who has French fries and has a hole in his ketchup bottle is in better shape than a man who's at a dance contest and has overalls on and has sand in his ass. It is the Penthouse. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Remember, we're coming back with the same wisdom. Love you. Peace.
I'm meteorologist Jennifer Collins with CBS 12 News. Still warm through this afternoon with temperatures in the lower to middle 80s under sunny skies across the area and a northeast wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Mainly clear and quiet for tonight as temperatures return to the lower middle 60s by Thursday morning.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, every pro is an MVP to us. MVP's Pro Rewards members visit Lowe's now and earn bonus points on products and brands like DeWalt. Then redeem for Lowe's e-gift cards and more. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees. After applicable discounts, if any. Subject to program terms. Visit Lowe's.com/MVP bonus points for details. Now through 10/28.
On Season 4 of the Piketon Massacre podcast, the investigation into one of Ohio's worst crimes continues. Join the KT Studios team as they examine the forensics and the ties that bind the victims and the accused. What will the trials mean for Pike County?
Let's talk about the crime scenes.
Accused murderer George Wagner faces a judge and jury.
This is legitimately the biggest murder trial in the state of Ohio's history.
Listen to the Piketon Massacre on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
The midterms are here. With so much at stake, MSNBC has the in-depth coverage and analysis you need. Our reporters are on the ground. Steve Kornacki is at the big board breaking down the races. On election night, Rachel Maddow and our Decision 2022 team will give you a greater understanding as results come in. And the next day, Morning Joe will provide perspective on what it all means for the future of our country. Watch coverage of the 2022 midterms, Tuesday, November 8th at 6 p.m. Eastern on MSNBC.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Here's what no recovery, no fee means at our firm. First, your initial consultation is absolutely free. Next, we understand that most people don't have the money to pay hourly attorney's fees, so you only pay us a percentage of your recovery if we win. Finally, there are expenses in working a case up. We advance these costs as well. If we make no recovery, you don't owe these either. Visit forthepeople.com for more information. No charge there either.
There's a reason Comcast Business powers more businesses than any other provider. Actually, there's a few. Comcast Business offers the fastest, reliable network, the peace of mind that comes with Security Edge, helping to protect all your connected devices, and the most reliable 5G mobile network. Want me to keep going? I can. Whether your small business is starting or growing, you need Comcast Business. Technology solutions that put you ahead and give you serious savings. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get internet, security, and voice for just $40 per month for 12 months when you add mobile. Plus, get free installation and ask how to get a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle.